Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of the Band of Bravos. Before we get started here today, I want to remind folks that next week is PaizoCon Online. And yes, you will get another installment of the Band of Bravos next Friday, but we're going to be at a slightly later time. We're going to get started at 4 p.m., I think. Is that right? Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah, around there.
Instead of 2. So you'll be able to catch us at 4 p.m. Pacific next Friday. So I just wanted to give everyone a reminder of that. So before we get started here today, I'm going to toss it around the horn and allow everyone to introduce themselves and their characters. As always, we'll start with James.
Hey, this is James Jacobs. I'm the creative director for Pathfinder. I am playing Shensen the Bard, who last week did not fall unconscious. And in fact, I was reminded, was the only one who resisted that treacherous sleep trap. So I reverse unconscious.
You reverse unconscious.
So I don't know what that means for this week, but we'll see.
You're probably going to die. All right, next.
No. Hey guys, I am Maryssa Marie. I am Paizo's web content manager. I play Ilana Thistlefoot, the halfling druid, and now shapeshifter.
Exciting. Hi, I'm Jason Keeley. I am a Starfinder developer. I'm playing Roark Thunderbird, the Tengu swashbuckler, and I am ready to start a scheduled, approved riot.
And hi, I'm Peyton Smith. I am the social media producer for Paizo, and I play Lorne Bond, the destructive wizard extraordinaire, who finally got his spell book back so I can read it with malicious intent. And some of the things that we like to do here, as for those of you who have not joined us for Band of Bravos before and are completely new, for one, welcome. And the other thing that we like to do is get you involved. One of the things that we like to do is down below on the Twitch chat, if you're on at least the desktop version, you can contribute to the campaign via hero points, in which Trippy already did. So here you go, James. You get a hero point. What that person just did there is grant James a hero point, in which I have a handy dandy little button thing that gives him points. I can take it away and add it, take it away and add it. And with those, we get the re-rolled failed rolls, or make good rolls bad rolls in our games. That tends to happen. So if you guys really want to help us out, you guys can spend your points to help us out and get us a hero point. But if you absolutely don't like us, and yes, you can also do it on mobile. I can't quite remember how to do it on mobile. If you want to destroy us, you just see that the heroes are winning far too much, getting too many 20s in their rolls. They're just getting way too many hero points. You're like, you know what? These players are winning far too much, and the game master in me wants to destroy them. You can go straight over to Jason Bulmahn and award him with a villain point. It's a little bit more expensive because we don't like dying. And he currently has 2. He's got 2 in the hopper right now. He can absolutely destroy us. James has 2, Keeley has 1, I have 1, and Maryssa has 1. So we kind of need more because Jason's going to kill us today, I feel, during the riot. And speaking of riot, what's happening today?
By the way, I think this week, if I hit 3 villain points, I get to summon a lich. I think that's how that works.
No,
I just checked.
No,
I just
wait.
There's nothing to check. I set the rule.
No, I double checked.
Then Peyton, real quick, Peyton.
What?
Since you set the rule, you said that James gets the hero point, so that means I get it in real life.
You're always a hero, James, in my book.
Aw.
Okay.
All right.
So what are we doing today?
I think I forgot to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Jason Bulmahn. I'm the director of game design and the GM for your session. So, when we last left our intrepid band of adventurers, the Band of Bravos were hired by good King Brightcrown to secure a local nearby mine. However, after venturing inside and dealing with the undead that dwelled within, they returned victorious. Unfortunately, the mine was then overrun by nearby orcs, who came boiling up from below, taking the mine over. It was at this point in time that you were contacted by deep gnomes, who also live in this large underground cave system, to try and find out what you did. What did you do? And it quickly became apparent that you had defeated the undead in there, allowing the orcs to claim the place and generally upsetting the balance. The deep gnomes offered to take you to, or at least direct you to the way to get to Kobold Town, a settlement deep down in the Eternal Vault, where all of the various peoples of this region of the Darklands gather in kind of a neutral place where they can do trade and make deals and form treaties without the threat of violence. this would be your only chance of getting the orcs to agree to perhaps share this mine or give it back to the goblin. Who knows? We're not there yet. You traveled with the Deep Gnome to the Anthene Enclave, and from there began making your way to Kobold Town. Unfortunately, the caves leading from the Anthene Enclave to Kobold Town had been overrun by the Duergar, who expanded their territory recently in what they were calling enhanced security measures. You were taken to their fortress, which they called Droskar's Chosen, and there you were informed of all of your misdeeds. And, we do have plenty of those to talk about. Traveling through Droskar's Protectorate, carrying more than 4 grams of liquid, transporting remains without a medallion, transport of a foreign animal without registration. So many crimes that you had committed, and you were being sentenced to 4,353 cycles. Although I should note at this point that I believe the number has changed. You've been here 2 more days, so now you're down to 4,351.
Wait. We had 10 taken off during one of our excursions.
Oh, that's right. You did harvest fungus. All right, there you go. I got you.
Excellent. Now you had to remove the 4 and the 3, and we're good.
Nope. All right. So, the group was settling into a nice long 10 years of confinement when a plan began to be hatched. Working with another of the prisoners. Actually, you've been kind of working with all the prisoners in one way, shape, or form. However, Prince Thorgrim mentioned that there was a way out, but it was sealed up long ago when he first got here after he tried to make an escape, but had to turn back because of a monster that lived down below. Prince Thorgrim explained that in the stairs leading out of the prison floor, leading back up into the main fortress, there was a crack that led into a series of caves down in the Darklands. But he can't get there anymore. And to be honest, after he tried, they added all of this additional security, making it impossible to even get out of the prison floor. However, after chatting with Grisfell and learning a bit about the guards and chatting with Grollo, the Morlock, who seems to be almost enjoying his servitude, you figured out that perhaps the best way to escape would be to riot. However, you can't just riot here. This is in Droskar's realm. You have to riot with a permit. So, Roark in last week's session got himself horribly beat up so that he could be sent up to the infirmary, which is tended to by the clerics of Droskar. It was there that he requested Form 4215-S, the form to request additional forms, and with that, he requested Form 67-XY, the official form to riot. And the stage was set. Using Grisfell, you managed to get a hold of the captain's keys and get back some of your gear surreptitiously, and everything appears to be ready now for your officially sanctioned riot. All right, where were we? I think we were here. This looks right.
Oh, yes. It looks correct, because we've been here for far too long.
Yes. I spent a long time making this map. I was going to get all my use out of it.
Oh, wonderful. So if I see any detail anywhere, we're going to be here for 50 sessions.
Yeah, if it's not just some crude crayon sketch drawing, that means you're going to be there for a while. All right. So, if I recall correctly, it was the day of the riot. That is correct?
Yes, it is time to riot and breaknecks.
Yes. So the group of you had all been relegated to your cell. You have good Thorgrim here, who is willing to help. You have Grollo, who, well, you're not sure Grollo's going to be of much use. The kind of neurotic Morlock does not seem to be all that interested in leaving his cell. And then you have Bulg, the combative, brutish, mean Grimlock. I'm trying to remember if that was it. Yes, I believe that was it.
And there was also the two gods that always come and save us. They're part of the riot. They got captured too, right?
No.
Oh.
All right. However, in your riot request form, you did make the specific request to have only 2 guards present. 2 was the minimum.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
one with a stomach ache and one who is really weak and failed gym class.
Yes. Well, you requested that. I don't know that you're going to get it.
It's on the form.
So, the time has rolled by. It is now the evening of the riot. You have all rested up as best you can in these cells. And the guards came by to give you your official riot medallions, looking rather disgruntled as they did so. I believe that is where we left off. So we will pick up right there. The day kind of marches by at a glacial pace when the guards went and gave Grollo his medallion, because, correct me if I'm wrong, you did include Grollo on the list, right?
Oh, yeah.
Grollo looked mortified.
We gave him his last bit of happiness with him winning the grub race.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the grub race. Yes, of course.
What did ever happen to Reginald, my grub?
Someone ate it, I think.
Yeah, no, I remember
dear.
I cast telekinetic projectile to grab to make him go faster.
Oh, you yeeted him into the wall.
Yeah,
he won.
That grub one splat.
Yeah, he won in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, Reginald got Reginald.
You get a hero point. I have the button. Boop,
Yay!
you gotta have 3.
That's not how this works.
I'll take it away.
You are not allowed to reward the other players with hero points because you think it's funny.
Why not? Why not? I now have 3. What you gotta do about it?
I
You
can
don't
think
got
of a
the
lot of
buttons,
reasons.
Jason. I have the power.
That's fair. But I also, have the power to,
But no, not the void. Anything but the void. No,
There.
no. You put that away. You put that
See?
away.
We all have powers.
I like
All
how
right.
I like to the point. It's like, oh, you can get hero points. I have the powers of a god.
Yeah. So, go ahead. You can start giving people hero points.
Speaking
I
of
have other
power,
points I can
you
have.
got a villain point.
Is it the food, or are we all hallucinating now?
Thank you, Frazzle Running. I'm going to use that to malicious use. All right, so
I like how the
day...
music swelled for you. I'm sorry, it was really timed weird. Go ahead.
So the day progresses, and as you get closer and closer to the appointed hour, you notice that the guard captain, this would be Captain Krenar, the one who sentenced you, comes down to collect the 2 guards as they are not on duty for the riot. So Krenar and the other 2 guards leave.
Good.
Goodbye
These
forever.
Goodbye.
These 2 guards, the 2 guards that remain, are looking rather nervous about this whole thing. They have been stripped of their weapons and only have, except for saps. So,
Oh, very nice.
that.
Gotta hold one to be. What? No, I screwed that one up. Never mind.
I get what you're about to start going there, James. I get it.
Yay!
So Bulg, being not included in the riot, is left in his cage. But as the hour approaches, they go and unlock the cell doors.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna have to make our own way out, but that's
Well,
nice.
they don't unlock the door to get out. They don't unlock these doors, right? But they do
Sure.
unlock your individual cell doors, because it's not much of a riot if you're in your cell. You've applied for a riot permit. This is what you get. And they come up to each one of your doors. They are unlocking the door, and they're like, "No, it's not quite the appointed hour yet, but we have to get things ready. So you just stay right there."
Sure thing.
Yeah. Just make sure everything's spick and span.
So, as they're going along doing this, one of them is announcing to you. He's like, "Now, remember, you have 10 minutes of riot, and then the guards come down with lethal force. So best to return to your cells by then."
Are we allowed to use lethal force?
They're like, "You can try. I mean, what do you got? Fists?"
Well, since we're gonna have an honest fight, I extend my hand out of the cell. Let's shake on a good fight.
The guard is not shaking your hand.
Darn it! I was gonna Emperor Palpatine and just yes.
All right. So as they go around and unlock the cell doors, they after they've finished, they go back to kind of the main area here. They walk back and they look at each other and they're like, "Hail Droskar," as they're looking to each other. And one of them goes, "Why are we doing this again?" And he's like, "We too must toil, and this is our toil that sometimes you have to endure a prison riot." So that's what the priest told me. And the other guard is like, "Oh." And as the appointed hour draws near, one of the Duergar gets out a small whistle and says, "All right, your 10 minutes begin now." And then he blows the whistle. So with that, I'm assuming you would all like to roll initiative.
Yep.
Yay.
No, I roll a 2. I gotta go first. I'm gonna use the hero point chat gave me. I want to come in and just go. Bzz.
22.
Okay, let's try this again. Whoop. Oh, that's better. I'm still last. I'm still last.
The gods still have to roll initiative. You might get it.
I'm sorry I wasted the hero point chat. I'll be more responsible next time.
Lies.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So the Duergar technically get to go first.
I think Maryssa, I think you forgot to click on your token before rolling your initiative. Or you rolled perception and not initiative.
Oh, darn it. Oh, well. It has me listed after you. I'll take it.
Oh, no, I can fix it. No, you can go first. That's fine.
You rolled a 22. You should get what you rolled.
No worries. It just automatically put you in that spot. So we'll fix it. All right. Yeah, you can go first. That's fine.
Yay.
So,
there.
Ilana, you are right off the gun, ready to fight. And what do you do?
Right off the gun, I am going to make my way out of my cell and over to Roark. And it's like, "Do you have the key? Do you have the key? Pass me the key." And hopefully, while they are all distracting the guard with their riot, I'll be able to make my way over to the door. And besides that, I will begin to prep my spells.
Okay, so you move over there, ask for the key, and I'm assuming are holding out your hand to accept it.
Yes.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
I have 2 actions left, so the closest guard, this one right here, I am going to cast Tanglefoot at him to slow him down and just cause some mischief.
Which one?
The closest one to me.
That one?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you move up to there, and then are going to throw a Tanglefoot. Let's see. AC of 25. That will hit. That is a success. So that Duergar is going to be slowed down a bit.
Footed of the tangled.
Yes, we will put a little snail icon on him.
Oh,
Little snail icon.
so
All right.
happy.
Yeah, no, it's fine. All right. So, you're doing this, and mind you, you walk up there and say, "Give me the keys." The guards are looking right at you, right? I mean, they're expecting a riot. So,
It's a riot.
yeah,
We can
no,
do whatever chaotic things we want.
Clearly,
I
a
also
riot.
just cast a spell at him.
Yeah, and he's going to respond by so they have saps on them, but it also looks like they may have let's see, do they have those? Yeah, they would have those. Those are non-lethal. They also both have crossbows on them, but they don't have bolts. They don't have traditional bolts.
Excuse me?
Yeah. And the one that just got hit by your Tanglefoot is going to get out his crossbow, load it with this strange-looking multi-pronged bolt, and fire it at you. Oh.
I ducked very dramatically out of the way of that.
Did ya? I'm going to go ahead and burn a villain point.
No.
How
we
could
go.
you do this to me?
Thank you, chat. So,
Do us out of these caves or not, chat?
apparently not. So you take no damage. However, the bolt, as it flies towards you, the prongs of it open up, and the ends of it are have these cords that are weighted with small metal balls. And as it hits you, it wraps around you, attempting to entangle and immobilize you. Please make me a reflex save.
Did you just try to counter entangle my entangle?
Yes.
18.
So the bolt hits you in the legs and attempts to wrap around you, but you manage to kind of sidestep it and step out of it, and it avoids, and you manage to avoid its effect. The other Duergar is going to break out his crossbow and load it, but he's just going to hold that with one hand, and then he is going to, because he doesn't want to fire both of them at you because he's not sure if you're entangled yet, he is just going to move forward to block anyone's advance. Shensen, it is your turn.
Guys, I could use a little help right now.
Help is on the way. But first of all, is Grollo in the fight, or is he kind of like hiding out?
So Grollo is technically in the fight. Let me go ahead and roll an initiative number for him.
I'm just gonna watch Grollo solo both of these guards as we can't hit any of them.
Oh, I wouldn't get too excited. Grollo is technically in the fight, yes.
You know
All
how
right.
these dice work.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stride gallantly out of this little cell to there. It's one action. And then with the next action, I'm going to do a Inspire Courage with a Lingering Composition.
All right.
To keep that thing going for a bit. So, and I'm going to try, it's going to be all about exciting rioting songs about how even those of us are going to be locked up forever, or there's still a chance for us to exercise, and may the best rider win. And it's just basically all pro-rioter, anti-guard propaganda. But I am especially including good old Grollo in the list of allies.
Okay.
So whether or not he joins the fight, I guess. Anyway, the perception check or performance check to determine the success of the lingering composition is a 19.
A 19 is a success.
Yay! And then Inspire Courage is 2 actions? Okay, I'm good. I'm done.
All right. That is Shensen, singing of the prison break. Roark, it is your turn.
All right. I will hand the key to Ilana.
All right.
And also take a step out. And then I'm gonna dance. That's what the people wanted to see.
Yay!
I'm gonna use
Marvelous
my
riot so far.
fascinating performance on the that guy there.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's not much of a riot without a dance, right?
No, you're absolutely spot on.
Exactly. So that's 24 against his will DC. He might be fascinated by me, but I gain panache.
That is a critical success.
Ooh!
Excellent performance.
I think because I
reaction, I
have.
clap.
Let's see that. I think because I have the thing that I have focus fascination from being a swashbuckler, I don't need to critically succeed.
Ah, very good. Okay.
But so that doesn't really get me much. But
Are you an expert in performance now?
not yet. No.
All right. So you're not hitting both of them.
No, I just get that one guy, the non-slowed one.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, so he is fascinated.
There needs to be more dance icons here in Roll20 to keep track of our dancing. That's good enough.
We can find a way to animate it. You basically have the little tokens like wiggle.
I'm trying to find one that looks kind of appropriate here. Let's see.
For fascination.
Yeah, we'll go with that. It's kind of droopy eyelid.
He's got the distractions.
All right. So he's fascinated. You moved. Is that it for you, Roark?
I also handed the key to Ilana, so I figured that.
All right. Yeah, that would be it. All right, Lorne, it is your turn.
I have a high suspicion we're going to be fighting even more things later on, so we're not going to blast them out of existence. Instead, I'm going to go an acid splash through the bars, basically where I'm at, and the one who is distracted currently. And
the instant Lorne starts doing acid splash, I have like this reflexive, oh, here it comes again.
and
Like
we're gonna spend a hero point. Oh, that's why I get another button. There we go. I now have no more hero points, in which I reroll again, getting worse. Possibly a 1. That's a 6. That's a 24 total for 10 acid damage.
A 24 total for 10 acid damage. Whoa. That's supposed to be 10?
We can guess it is 1d6 plus a thingy, right? Or did I do that wrong? Plus intelligence modifier, or is that not a thing?
No, I mean, that is a thing. I'm just trying to remember if it is a thing or not.
It's a thing or a thingy. It's confusing.
Thingy, it could be lots of things. All right, so that was 2 of your actions, regardless of what the damage is.
Yeah.
That is also going to do 1 point of splash damage. Yeah,
Yep.
It's just 1d6. You don't get your int on that.
Okay, just a 6.
Yep.
My bad. I will change the modifier thing so it's correct next time. My bad. So,
no
that in last action, I'm going to go, good luck, everyone, and behind these bars, clap my hand together, and shield.
We can always count on you, Lorne.
I did damage.
He did one more point of damage from Bard bonus.
Yeah, so 7 damage to the guy I shot, and then 1 acid damage to the guy who snailed.
Yeah, right. We got you. Okay. That caused some damage to that Duergar, but he is still up and fighting. At the end of the round, Grollo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We believe in you, dear.
6. 7. Let's see. That was 1 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 moves. And with his third action, he is going to cower behind the table. All right.
He gets a bonus. He gets a +1 to that cowering from like.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't waste my powers, Grollo.
And also at the end of the round, Grisfell is going to come out and attempt to intimidate a guard by being like, bro!
Gross.
Yay! I mean, IE ghosts.
Oh, we had nothing to do with this. This wasn't part of the paperwork. Ah, it's unexpected ghost. Ah,
I know.
Whatever will we do?
All right. Unfortunately, Grisfell is not very scary. Okay. And then also at the bottom of the order, we have Prince Thorgrim, who's going to come out. He's going to move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to stop there. He is currently unarmed, so he doesn't have any weapons. But he does have his fists, but he's not going to run up there with no actions left. So that's where he's going to stop. All right. Top of the order, Ilana.
All right. I am going to make my way over to. This is the door right here, right?
Correct.
All
That's
right.
the door to get out. The door with all of your equipment is down here to the south.
Oh, I do suppose that is probably the better thing to aim for, isn't it? How far have I already gone? 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I have to go around the Duergar, don't I? Is that going to be an athletics check or an acrobatics to get through them?
So as long as you're not passing directly through their square, it's not a check. So if you go diagonally through them like that, that's not a problem. You cannot cut hard corners, but you can cut soft corners like that. So that's fine.
So, like right there, I can just bop my way right on through?
You can. If either one of them have the ability to take reactions to your movement, they will do so, but
Well,
they
we
haven't
might
so
as well
far.
carry this on. So I'm going to... So that is my first move to move my way through the Duergar. Oh, you guys are right. Oh, I could hit them. I could slow them down. Oh, I don't want to hurt them. They haven't hurt me yet. I think I'm going to slow this gentleman down right next to me as well with another Tanglefoot.
All right. So you move right up to them and then fire a Tanglefoot.
Wendy, roll 20 feels like firing that Tanglefoot. There it goes.
Splat.
25. AC of 17.
That is going to be a success as well.
Ooh, question for future options. So it's 3 actions. Could I take all 3 actions to run? I should have asked this earlier.
Of course.
Okay, good to know for later. Thank you.
All right. So Ilana has moved and fires a Tanglefoot at them. All right. At this moment, they go. They are both Tangle-footed, although for one of them that is coming to an end. However, it won't until, let's see. No, it will actually right now. So this one has
I am in a very bad place.
All right. So the Duergar that you Tangle-footed on the first round, he is also the one who fired the crossbow at you. He is going to attempt to hit you with his sap, which basically has the same stats as this, but is non-lethal. Armor class
definitely
19.
hits.
Yeah, take 2 points of damage.
Hits my 17.
Take 2 points of damage as he hits you across the back of the head with the sap.
Ouch. I made a very poor decision. I should have kept running.
Well, you know, you're here now, so it's fine. And he screams. He doesn't scream. He says it with lackluster energy. He's like, "Oh no, the prisoners are trying to escape." And then he tries to hit you again, but that second one is definitely going to miss. The other guard, being fascinated, does not pay any attention to you, and instead fires his loaded crossbow at Roark. Come on. You got this. There it is. I'm not sure that's going to hit.
That is not going to hit.
Yeah.
A bolero out of the way.
That was a 16 to hit Roark, and it failed.
So he fires, then reloads, then fires again. But that's at a penalty, so that's not going to hit either. Both of those bolts go winging past you, and although they don't tangle up Prince Thorgrim, they do end up like wrapped kind of around his head. So he's got like rope and
Oh, no.
bola bolts like hanging from his beard, and he's just like. And I believe that is both of my Duergar. That is both of them. Shensen, it is now your turn.
All right. I'm going to step up to here, and I'm going to... All right, so if I were to... Can I basically do one of these things? So that's 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet. Can I move through that diagonal through that corner?
No, that's a hard corner. You can't move through that one.
All right. Can I go to here? And then what I want to do is I want to color spray with a 15-foot cone that hits both of the Duergar, but not Ilana.
Oh, we are at the same height, aren't we? I can't just duck.
So if I go there, if I target this guy here and then kind of angled up so then it hits these 2 squares here, and then this one, and then up to here. Would that miss Ilana? Can I do that sort of shenanigan?
Like that, maybe at an angle.
Ooh, yeah! Who
Look
did
at
that?
that
Who
magic.
made that? That was delightful.
I think you saw it. I don't think it ever appeared for me.
I didn't see it either, but the stream just did. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, fancy. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm color spraying those 2 guards.
Roll 20 is being slow and cranky. All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, you can do it. It's tricky, but you can make that happen.
I'm smart
let's see.
adjacent.
What?
I'm smart adjacent. That's a DC 18 will save.
Great. Okay. Let's see. First one
No, dazzled.
is going to succeed.
Oh wait, no,
Second one,
that's a natural 20, isn't it? That first guard is completely unaffected.
yeah, the first guard is completely unaffected. The second one got a 15 because this is magic.
And that means he's stunned 1, blinded for 1 round, and dazzled for 1 minute. So he's got the dizzies.
All right, so he is stunned 1, dazzled 1. Yeah, all right. He's screwed up. Okay.
Hey, that's it. I want to do that again. That was who was the one that sprayed rainbows out of my token? Because
That was me. That was me.
Oh, yay!
I have lots of tools at my disposal. All right. Yeah, so you blast them, they taste the rainbow. And,
Yeah, they do.
And one of them drank from the fire hose, but the other one completely sidesteps it and does not take any of the magical flavors. That is it for Shensen. Roark, Thunderbird, it is your turn to act.
I'm gonna pull the makeshift. I mean, not makeshift. It's that dagger that we stole from our mushroom farming time
Okay.
out of my belt here, and I'm gonna kind of drop it half. Drop it so it's a free action, but I'm gonna say, "Phonogram, take this."
All right.
And then I'm gonna, as soon as I remember to click the right button, I'm gonna move up to here, and then I'm gonna use my confident finisher on that guy with my beak.
Yeah, beak.
When you drop the dagger, the guards see it and scream, "Contraband!" 11.
No.
That's not good at all. I'm
No,
gonna
No.
re-roll that.
You have a
That
hit
is-
point.
that is poor.
That's a 12 with bard bonus. Ooh, that's even better with bard bonus.
That is.
I got
going-
that bar bonus in there. Yeah.
That is going to be a hit. So let's see. That's doing 6 damage right now, but with your
Yeah.
confident finisher, it's going to do more.
That's right. It's going to do an extra 2d6. Oh, wait, that should be 4
Yeah.
damage. I added the 2. Oh. So it's actually 14 total. I added too much. But it's 14 total.
That's fine. Your beak darts out and plucks out a Duergar eyeball, and
Yay!
the Duergar screams out in terror. The other one suddenly looks out wild-eyed and is like, "This isn't how the riot's supposed to go!" And he's trying to hit you all with the sap, but that guard goes down in a heap.
Yay! That's just
No.
evolution. He shouldn't be too angry about it.
Oh, and the other guard is stunned. This is probably not good. All right. Okay. That was. Let's see. That's only 2 actions from you, Roark, right?
I drew a dagger and dropped
Oh,
it.
that's right.
So
You did
I-
the dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ha! Roark is establishing the pecking order.
Oh God.
I always feel a little bit hollow inside when I miss a good pun like that, but I'm proud of people pointing them out.
That is. I hate all of you. All right. So
Hello, like Roark's bones.
that is Roark. Lorne, you've been hiding in your cell.
Yes, and winning.
Yes, yeah,
I
very
will-
much so. Yeah.
I shall step out for one action of my full movement and get up to the last guard, just rubbing my hands together, going like, I finally got to catch up on some much needed kneading. And I extend my hands out with crackling energy which will result in a 1. That's a 21. I'm coming up just good. Like, I'm coming up to him, and I'm basically going like, have you ever heard of a specific spell? It's a wonderful spell. It usually helps everyone relax sometimes with certain therapy. But I call this one Soaking Grasp. And I grab onto him and just...
So you reach out, and you can see the studs in his leather armor start crackling, and little electricity arcs, and he's stunned already from the color spray. And as your magic reach out to him, it's like a blast of thunder, and he's just standing there going, and then he, when the smoke clears, he is blackened, charred. What remains of his hair and beard is smoking, and he collapses to the ground. The guards have all been vanquished.
Oh, we've got so much free time left on our riot.
How much time do we have left?
A lot.
Minutes. 9 minutes at least. Let's get our
Manly.
stuff and get the heck out of here.
rush over.
All right.
Rush over to get
Are
my
we staying
stuff.
I'm running over and unlocking the door and throwing it open.
Yeah.
Here, hold on, let's do this.
So
There you
yeah,
go.
that's pretty easy to do. You're able to go and unlock the door and dig around in the crate. It's not too hard to do. Double checking how long it takes to put on armor.
I mean, we had our armor on. Remember, we established that when we first got here. That they just didn't take it off.
That's fair. They didn't take your clothing off. They didn't really care because they were like, they can't possibly escape. Yeah, about
Ha ha.
that.
Fools.
Yeah, it takes. All right. Yeah. Okay. And besides, all of you are wearing like leather anyway. It wasn't like you were wearing plate, which they would have taken off. All right. So let's see here. All right.
I'll take whatever time it needs to put a buckler on, which can't be very long at all.
No,
strapping it on my-
it's not. But it does take like a full few minutes for everybody to sort through all of your stuff, put it back in its bags, because they clearly went through all of your belongings. So it does take a minute or two for you to get everything together. Meanwhile, Grollo is like, "What are you doing? What? This is not how riot is supposed to work."
What do you mean it's not how it's... Whatever. And I just leave with all my stuff.
So
I get moved to the skull.
Thorgrim comes and goes in here to collect his armor and weapons, which are tarnished with age. His breastplate is rusty. His battle axe doesn't look like it has any rust on it at all, but it also looks like tarnished and old. But he begins strapping that on, and he's like, "We're gonna need this," and he reaches down and digs through his very old bag that's in this crate, and he pulls out this old backpack, and inside is a really old kind of rusty pickaxe.
So when you say these things are rusty, Jason, is it just sort of like, are they actually damaged, or are they just kind of old and... I mean, I guess what I'm asking is, can I make them look nicer with prestidigitation?
You could make them look nicer. Ultimately, they need, some time being polished and fixed a little. The rust is probably some amount of damage to them as items, but not so much that they're not usable. It just looks like his stuff has been sitting in this crate for years.
All right. Well, that gives him ambience. Yeah, ambience damage.
It gives character.
Yeah. So it takes him about it takes the rest of you about 2 minutes to get your stuff, but it takes him a full few minutes to get his armor on.
Running out of time, boys.
The minutes that he's getting prepped, can I go search the bodies? Go see if we can find any key, papers, or useful items.
Sure. Now, I should also note that there is a few bags and pouches in this chest that don't belong to any of you.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna backpack We'll deal with it later.
All right. One of them is a dirty, nasty-looking, like, hobo bindle, and
Throw that to Grollo.
Grollo's like, that's mine!
Throw that to Grollo. We'll deal with the rest later.
Grollo is like, why are you giving this to me? It needs to stay in there until I am released.
Well,
You're being
you can do
released
whatever
right
you
now.
with it.
He looks at you. What?
But we are leaving.
Oh, I cannot go. Grollo's
Sure you
place
can.
is here.
I'm gonna try to.
I'm gonna.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, you help me out here on this, Shensen. I'm gonna walk
All right.
up to Grollo, kind of lean down over him, and like, Grollo, my friend, it's something. This is a surprise. I was waiting till just now to tell you. You see, when I was taken away to fill out the form for the riot, and I spoke with the Duergar priestess, I put in a good word for you, and got you released. Your sentence was reduced to merely one cycle, which ends. Oh, look at that! The time just now.
What?
And I'm gonna totally deceive him.
I'm gonna aid another with my deception check.
Totally lie to his oh so desperate face.
Right to his face. All right,
He's
that's an aid.
He's like, this is glorious day. Grollo has served Duergar for so long.
Yeah, that's what they really appreciated. You did such a good job as a prisoner that they're releasing you, and there was an addendum that they look forward to potentially imprisoning you again in the future.
Grollo is most special guest. Do I have any release paperwork I need to fill out?
We do have to leave to go pick that up. So we have to go.
I filled it out. Yes. Let's get out of here.
As you're discussing,
While they're convincing, can we
yeah.
search the bodies?
Yes. So the guards have they don't have anything too valuable on them. They don't have any weapons aside from saps and these light crossbows, or these sorry, not light crossbows, they're just crossbows. These crossbows with these bolo bolts, of which they have, let's see, I fired 3 of them, and once they're fired, they're ruined. So I fired 3 of them. They both had 4 each, so there's 5 of those left. So you have 5 bolo bolts.
That's
Well,
fun
let's
to say.
see. Their crossbow. And I
Bolo
have
bolt.
crossbow.
Bolo
So the bolo bolts are my bolts now.
Yay!
All right. And the way those work is they basically, if they hit, they deal no damage, and the target has to make a DC 16 reflex save. If they fail, they are prone and immobilized until they make a DC, I think, 15 check to get for free. So.
Rightful. It just adds to my tanglefoot. I'll just entangle everybody.
I am during this entire time. I'm looking at the bodies, and 2 hands are constantly gesturing towards the door, going, "We're under a time limit, fellas. Did we find any keys, or is this open?" I like rattle the door.
Oh, key. Do you mean this key?
God, let's go. Let's unlock it. Let's go.
This is another
Grollo
door.
is
It
like,
looks like
you have all been released?
Yeah,
Well, it's part of the riot, dear.
it's a Duergar miracle.
No. That is escape. Escape is not
Wait.
riot.
Wait,
Well, why
Ilana.
not riot in the rest of the halls?
Ilana.
Yes, Loan.
We still got one other guy. Does this key work on him?
He's
'Cause
fine
those-
where he is.
Because those guards had the key to our prisons and didn't put them away. Let's bring him out.
He's good. He's asleep. Don't wake
Are
him
you
up.
sure?
He
Yes.
is currently, like, you walk over towards his cell, and, like, behind the bars, you just see this dark shadow of Bulg's shape, and you hear a faint growl as you draw near.
Hey, Bog, grunt twice if you want out and to kill all the guards.
You don't think Bulg
I-
speaks
I-
common?
I talk in Undercommon.
Oh. You offer to let him out to kill guards. And Bulg says, Bulg, kill.
And I continue
That
to
is-
say in Undercommon is like, we will send you to the place to kill guards. Do you wish to, on exchange that you do not harm us and Grollo and Dwarf Friend?
Bulg, kill.
Bulg
God.
seems pretty set on his plan, and we should just let him
Excellent
figure out
exchange.
the ramifications.
I don't think Bulk discriminates. I say we leave the key outside of his cell, let him figure out if he can do it, and
we might need
get
that key
out.
later on.
You're right. Never mind.
So here, how about this? Let's get ourselves set up. I quickly walk in and I grab the skull and affix it back to my staff and go, "What's up, Grid? It's good to have you back. Just kind of get
is
you
there anything on
settled."
that desk that we can use?
I look at the desk to see if there's anything we can use.
Anything you can use for what?
Anything of use at all. It's kind of like a blanket, like looking around the desk, atop, under, see if there's any keys or something. Any forms?
It's a giant pile of paperwork. There is just, I mean, it's a mess of like an inbox and an outbox, and the inbox is for some reason larger than the outbox. You know, despite the fact that there haven't been any new prisoners in several days.
Okay, I take all the paperwork like super quick, throw it in a quick pile, and cast acid splash on it all, or just go. It's like problem solved. It's like let's unlock his door and let's go.
Idea. I'm going to entangle him and start, and then I'm going to unlock him. We're going to go.
Don't piss him off.
Yeah, that's just gonna make him angry.
You just want to unlock him.
Just unlock the door and let's go.
All right. If he follows, this is on you.
I'm like, good. It's like we had an arrangement, isn't that right? I say in Underdark, like we had an arrangement, right? Only kill gods. You know their smell.
Ilana, I might be faster than you, so I'll do it, and I can just tumble away from him.
You know, I think I'd appreciate that, Roark.
No worries. Let's go. All right. I was thinking about letting him out anyway. Everyone ready? Here we go. Clunk. Quickly unlock the door, or I'll unlock it but not open it, and then boogie on out of here.
All right. You do that, and as you do that, he just stands there silently as you back away.
Time to go.
The group of you. Sorry, I'm kind of getting you all together so that I can move you.
You're good.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so the group of you begin making your way up the stairs. As you do so, you are traveling up in this fortress, and if you recall, I'll take you back to the illustration of the fortress. You were taken in through the gate up above and down into the dungeon. So you didn't see any other way to go except for up into the fortress. However, as you're making your way up the stairs, Thorgrim is like, "No, it's been a few years, but it's on one of these landings." Because the stairs switch back, and then every few switchbacks, there's like a full landing. And you get to, at each one, he kind of stops and feels some of the stonework. And it's like, no, this isn't it. And you continue making your way up until...
Yeah, once you get a light source on us.
Oh dear, it's very dark.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll fix it in just a sec.
Yeah, and as he gets that and everything, just give us a moment as he sets up light and everything for us. And whenever you can, just do, I think it's like shift left click to like target us in on that area once you get it. But yeah, I don't worry, Ilana. I will cast light once. Yeah, there we go. Light has been cast.
Yay! I like how
you
you've got the incorporeal guy in the wall where it's legal.
Grisfell is like, "Are we there yet?"
Hey, you're in the
Quick,
skull,
Beacon.
Sonny.
Guys, I want to go.
Hey, we're going, Grisfell. Just stay in the skull and be quiet.
All right, and so you're making your way forward, and as you kind of come around the next bend, and there's another set of stairs going up, Thorgrim's like, "I think this is it. It's up ahead, off to the left. If my memory serves, it'll look just like a wall. They sealed up the crack, but it should still be there behind the bricks."
A second. Do you think they have the sleep spell? Do you think they continued it outside of the dungeon? You know, I'm just going to cast Detect Magic just in case.
You cast Detect Magic, and you don't really get a sense of anything other than the magic that's on the individual members of your group.
Right. I think let's proceed with caution. We don't want to bugger this up now that we've gotten so far.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. Roark, take the lead. I'll have the lights.
I squeeze my way through this little corridor here and see a statue. It's another statue! Look out, everybody! Oh, sorry. I think it might be a normal statue.
So Thorgrim goes up to the corner there and is kind of feeling the stone, and he's like, "Yeah, I think this is it." And he breaks out his pick and immediately begins to go to work on the wall, just hammering away at it. And the unfortunate side effect here is that it is noisy as hell. I mean, it's really noisy. Grisfell here is hiding kind of in the wall near you.
He can just chill in the skull.
What was that?
He can just chill in the skull unless Grisfell, can you poke through the walls and look around, see if you see any angle to see if anyone's coming? Give me our advanced warning system.
He's like, well, I could try.
Okay, please do.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not much of a scout.
I mean, you're the best thing we got. You're the best ghost for the job.
And as you're kind of hammering away at this, Roark, you hear them just as they round the corner. And coming down the stairs is the captain.
Block the stairwell! Block the stairwell!
Luckily, there's not a ton of room in here for him to get big.
Well, that's never stopped him in the past. He comes down and he's like, "What? Your forms did not allow for a prison break, only a riot." He immediately draws his hammer and prepares for a fight.
Oh dear.
Here we go.
Click your tokens and then you choose you got a 1.
Oh, 1.
Well, I got a 2.
That's what we get for the position last time.
I was playing that fun mini game that when you try to click your token, the die rolls right where you're clicking.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
Oh, of course he gets a 25.
Oh,
Can you
yeah,
spell-
that's weird.
Can you spend a villain point to not?
No.
Roark, did you forget about the prison break form?
I filed an addendum to 67-XY that lets us get the heck out of here.
Unfortunately, that wasn't in the form. You only filled out the riot form, not the prison break form. So I'm afraid this is going to get ugly.
A break form?
Well, you didn't ask.
I didn't think it would be on the list.
I hate everything here.
All right. So, let's see here.
Also, thanks, Grisfell, for not telling us they're coming.
Grisfell sticks his head out of the wall. I think there's someone coming.
You're a bit too late, Grisfell.
All right. So, yeah. It's never stopped him in the past. So, the Taskmaster. Oh, what? It's going to get big.
Is there room for him to do that?
There is after he makes this athletics to push Roark aside.
Oh, come on.
Jason, I'm going to do something. Seeing him make that athletics check, I'm going to use my new ability that I gained from becoming a celebrity.
Mm.
And it's probably not going to work, but I'm going to try to upstage him.
Oh, no.
And that's basically a reaction, and I get to make an athletics check against the same DC that he made. And since he made it,
yes,
I have to roll better.
And that's from that's a new thing from the Events Player's Guide, isn't it?
That is indeed.
That's
So
spoilers?
yay! Previews, not spoilers. But I'm as he pushes Roark out of the way, I'm like, dude, nice try, but the way you do that is like this. And I like do this sort of flourish and like try to like as I do it, my hair flips over to the side all dramatically, like it's like choreographed much better than his just like, I'm big. Oh, no.
I appreciate how you wrote the text of this.
I just copy pasted it out of the book.
Oh, it says Shensen in the book?
Yeah. It does.
All right.
Let's see, that was athletics, right?
Yes.
That's not terrible. Is that hit your DC there, Roark? Your whatever
Fortitude DC?
Yes, it does.
Hooray!
All right. So, you got a success, but not a critical success. And because I made my check, your thing will not trigger. However, he still looks at you like, oh.
Yay!
So that was your reaction. So I'm going to say that for him to grow like that and push you out of the way, that's his whole turn. So we'll be done with the Duergar Taskmaster. Shensen, it is now your action.
I am going to continue trying to steal the scene from the biggie-sized Duergar. I'm going to inspire courage on everybody, and then I'm going to just kind of keep the flourish going and stab him in the knee with my scimitar.
All right.
Like the knee that the important knee, not the non-important knee.
Oh, the important knee, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a 20.
Armor class 20 is going to hit.
Yay, for 8 slashing damage. And that I'm emboldened by that. I'm going to try it again. And that's just a 10. Or 11, 12, 13. That's a miss.
You could lie and say 30. He might not check.
It's too far to go. I can only increase by 1 point at a time, I guess. Anyway, he did get stabbed in the knee.
Yeah, his critical knee as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what? I forgot to add the other Duergar to the fight.
I mean, you don't need to. I mean, we'll forgive you if you don't.
They're stuck in this little corridor anyway.
Yeah, he is, but we'll go ahead and get him on the list here. He's going at a. Actually, he's going. We'll say he is delayed. There we go. Yeah, that was
a good heroic move. I approve.
All right, that was Shensen. Roark.
Okay, I've got a question. There's not a ton of room for me to tumble around. Is it like completely against the spirit of the rules if I want to tumble through the Duergar Taskmaster space but end up in the exact same square? So I just kind of maybe grab him and sort of flip around the edge of this circular thing and then end up here.
Yeah, you're just trying to befuddle him. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to spend the action doing it, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah.
Yes, I want to spend the action tumbling through him.
I'm ready to clap. Roll good. I got my hands ready. This is my favorite. Bird dancing. Yeah! 25.
Excellent performance, Roark.
And that is against what, my reflex DC?
Yes, I believe so.
That is a critical success.
Oh, such wonderful display.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I get a panache, most importantly.
It's just a success. Sorry. Looking at the wrong.
Either way, I don't get anything for a critical, I don't think. Or maybe I do.
You get extra clapping from me on a critical, so I'm not going to clap.
Thank you.
Well, you didn't critical, so don't thank me. You just did fine.
You did okay.
So thanks to also a new thing that I've gotten at level 2, a swashbuckler feat called Tumble Behind. When I tumble through successfully, he's flat-footed against the next attack I make before the end of my turn, which is now.
No, sir, I don't.
Yeah. Stab him in the knee. That place is tender.
Not as tender.
I've got my panache.
All right. You stab out at me with panache, and you roll a.
You got a point.
2.
You got 1 point left.
So here comes that attack again.
Hero points.
That's a
See, they
21
always
total.
21.
21 will hit.
Hooray!
Your was this your beak? Or is this the
No, I'm using my short sword. And then here's an extra 7 points of damage with my confident finisher.
Delightful.
So that is a total of 10, and I raise my buckler as my last action. Ah!
I hope if we kill him, he remains clog-sized. You know, like so people can't chase us down the stairs.
Yeah, still,
Yeah.
But then we can't escape. Well,
we're not going
trying
through
to,
him.
we're driving out the thing.
He's the clog behind us, not in front of us.
All right, so your short sword dashes out, hits him in the knee. He looks pretty badly hurt by that. Are you out of actions, or did you have one more?
I am. I moved, attacked, raised my buckler.
You had to move. Yeah, all right. All right. The sharpshooter in the hallway is going to go. He is going to break out his crossbow and fire an ordinary bolt, and he's going to fire that at Shensen because he has a better line.
No! Yay!
But it's not going to matter with me rolling a 2. And with its final action, it will reload. Lorne, we are to you.
Excellent. I'm going to use my reach feat, basically as a wizard and all that, where I can extend the range of one of my spells, which will take me in action. And then I'm then going to finish it off with my most famous of spells. You might know its name, called Shocking Grasp. And I'm going to shoot it right at the big guy. Fail horribly. Thank chat for the hero points. Spend a hero point. And then try one more time to Shocking Grasp. And that is going to be a 26 to the big guy.
+1 from Bard.
And +1 the bar, 27.
One shy of a crit. All right.
No! +2 from Bard.
No. You don't get
Wait, is he wearing metal? Is he wearing metal armor? Because that gives a +1 bonus to the attack roll.
Circumstance to the attack roll if he's wearing metal anything.
That stacks with Bard. Bard bonus gives a status bonus.
Yep.
Duergar. That is a critical hit.
Yes!
All right.
All right, so basically it's going to be 30 electricity damage plus the additional damage. Does that double as well, the additional damage for Shocking Grass? Would that be like a 6?
No, that's the persistent damage.
Okay, so I guess 30 electricity damage. I think it just doubles, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, that will double as well, but not. He doesn't take that until the end of his turn anyway.
Yeah.
And it gets rolled each turn, so
+1 from
it
Bard.
works a little differently.
Yeah, I just want to describe. I'm sorry. I just want to describe what's going on, to where it's like everyone just pretty much seems like, I am tired of these forms, Shocking Grasp, and then you just see like an entire bolt of lightning go through, and you just see me just mad. And then I cast shield.
No, you don't. You had to spend an extra action.
You are right. You are absolutely right. So I do not.
You reach out to Captain Cranar and blast him with electricity. After the shock and the sparks fade away, he is still standing, but he's horribly scorched and really badly burned. He looks very badly hurt, but he is still up.
You just made him angry.
My persistent damage does not increase.
Yeah. Ilana.
Lorne, Roark, I'm going to need you to duck. And I produce, and I get ready to produce flame.
I look back. Duck, what? Oh!
And I'm going to use a hero point to do it again. 13 is not enough. 16!
+1 from Bard.
Yeah,
17!
You throw flame at the captain, but it comes up just...
No!
I'm going to use my last action to prep my crossbow then. If my spells won't help, my trusty crossbow will. With a real bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So at the at the end of the round, a couple things happen. First of all, Grollo kind of comes up to the cave and he's like, Grollo is free, no need to fight. Grollo will just be on his way. And the captain's like, what? Get back to your cell. And Grollo looks suddenly very crestfallen.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, don't
He's
listen to
always gonna
Grollo.
get it.
Meanwhile, Thorgrim is going to attempt to break down the wall. He is going to attempt a athletics check.
A muscle guy check.
Yeah. And let's see. That is just shy. However, he's going to do some damage to the wall. The wall looks partially kind of broken at this point, but it's not quite there yet. So he's going to continue to hammer away at it. There it is.
Yay!
All right. Let me go in here and do a thing. Hold on just a second. Okay.
Ooh, this is going to be exciting. He's going to mess with the symmetry of the chamber. Yeah. Look at that. That's a pretty big hole for like. Huh. Oh, geez.
Color spray.
Oh no, magic came out of it.
What out of the hole?
I'm sorry. That wasn't me. I didn't do that.
Wrong selector tool. All right.
Magic.
So, Prince Thorgrim cracks and shatters the wall, and with his final action, he is going to move forward towards freedom.
Bye, Prince Thorgrim. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.
You're welcome.
Huh.
All right. That was Prince Thorgrim. All right, that is bottom of the order. Now we get to top of the order.
He's
Captain-
now that there's a hole in the wall,
Cranar.
he's like loses interest, right?
Captain Cranar?
Yeah, that's how guard captains work. When they see like a hole punched in their wall, they're like,
They're like,
no.
well, I better get maintenance down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear him muttering under his breath about all the forms he's going to have to fill out. But first, he attempts to murder people with his giant maul.
No.
Let's see. He is going to swing at... he's going to swing at Roark. Here it comes.
No. Ooh.
I'm going to burn a villain point.
No.
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse. Oh, it was better.
It
only
was not
in
worse.
that it's double.
Oh.
That is just a mere hit.
All right, that is going to do a total of 7 points of damage, not 5.
I have a question, Jason. Do you have the forms to use your villain point?
Yeah, I'll fill those out right after the stream. All right. With his second action, let's see. Oh, that's fine. Okay. With his second action, he's going to swing at Shensen.
No. Ow. Damn. What?
That comes out to a 19.
That comes out to a 19. Jason, that's still my armor class.
Aw, I'm so sorry. Take 6.
All right.
And with his final action, he is going to smash his maul into the ground and scream out to Droskar, shouting to his allies, in this case the other Duergar that is in the corridor, and there may even be more up in the staircase above, to bring them to Droskar's justice. And that is going to be the end of his turn.
He's not going to like use intimidate or something like that to try to give him a little bit of extra oomph with the skill check, is he?
No, he didn't need to make a skill check. He just gets to do this for free, rallying all Duergar. All right.
Jason, persistent damage. He's electrified.
Oh,
Zap.
no.
Yes, thank you for reminding
Go
that.
ahead and bounce me that D4 there, Peyton.
It was a 3 before, but if you want, yeah.
Yeah, you should roll it now.
Okay,
Roll
so
it up.
1d4. All right, don't yell at me. 4.
See? It's good.
Even better.
Yeah. I'm excited and hopeful from Jason's silence at that 4.
That's how many
Does
hit
he
points I
die?
had left.
Yeah!
Does he stay large and
you could
fall
roll a
blocking the
3.
doorway?
He collapses to the ground, going unconscious. He does still remain large, but he's now prone, so he's mostly just like a giant sack
Clog.
of Duergar.
Is it blocking the doorway?
Not really, but
Oh.
I will count him as difficult terrain.
Yay! Dwarf clog.
Yeah, he's a little too large to just step over. All right. That was the Taskmaster's turn. Shensen.
So we're bugging out, right?
After you.
All right then.
Time to go, dears. Let's go.
I'll spend an action to keep the performance going. And 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna double move up to around the corner.
All right.
So that actually, let me see here. That's a single move there. Is there anything else I can see going forward?
This cave looks like an ancient kind of unused just seam in the rock. So, I mean, you can't really see anything beyond unless you bring light. It's pretty dark back here.
All right, so for my third action, I'll cast shield.
Okay. Roark.
I'm gonna delay so that my other companions can go first. I'll be the last one out. And I'll go, 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 go!
Ooh, that's how you know the screenplay is on autopilot when you hear go, go, go.
Exactly.
I had no idea you could change your initiative to a D. Look at that. All right.
I learned it. I learned it last week.
That's creeping me out. All right. The sharpshooter will now go. He is going to fire his crossbow at Roark. You are right in his way. Here it comes.
Oh.
Oof.
That is
that's
going
it.
to hit for 7 damage. He will then reload and fire again. Oh, actually, hold on. That is 8 points of damage, actually. You take 1 more because the Taskmaster rallied him, and he is filled with Droskar's fury, and he will fire again.
That's
But
more like it.
That's going to miss. All right, so his crossbow is now currently empty of bolts. Lorne, it is now your turn.
See you later, nerds. And I just immediately start leaving. I can move through friendly spaces, right?
Yeah, of course.
Am I
Cool.
friendly space?
Okay, I'm gonna do 5, 10, and then 20, and then 25. Or I have to get to here, and then 5, 10, 15. Okay, 20.
Oh, that might be a problem.
I'm sorry. Then I leave just enough light. I've gone like, quickly, my friends, quickly. Oh wait, it's a cave. Quickly, my friends, who the cave? Who the cave?
Well, fair enough.
And then
all
I
right.
cast shield just in case.
Yeah, sure. So Lorne goes bugging out. Ilana.
All right. I should be able to. All right. I'm going. If I can get the right mouse button, I'm going to sidestep and use the crossbow that I had prepped earlier to shoot this Duergar over here that is harassing poor Roark.
All right.
Or using one of those fancy give him his own medicine tangle bolts?
Nope,
Hold on.
I am mad. They're attacking my friends. I am using a real one.
Oh, yeah.
18.
Oh, 19 from Bard.
19.
That-
2 damage.
That will hit for a whole 2 damage.
Yeah.
You did it, Nana.
The bolt hits the Duergar in the upper arm, giving him a light flesh wound.
And there's 1 action left, and I'm going to use it to reload my crossbow. Roark, go!
Remember, we must all leave the cave together and not squishy people in the front.
So, Grollo, at the end of the round, he goes up into the cave and is like, I do not think this is legal. They will punish me so severely when they catch us eventually. And Grollo spends his entire turn moving out of the area.
Bye, Grollo.
Bye.
This is-
Thorgrim Thorgrim says, "I'll lead the way," and continues his way out, and that is the end of their turns.
I'll jump back in to the initiative order at this point.
All right. I'll go ahead and move you up here. I'm going to go ahead and move the Taskmaster from initiative.
You're welcome.
Roark?
First thing to do is I'm going to try to stab this Duergar right in front of me with an 18 to hit. Also, 2 points of damage.
That is going to hit, but only does 2 points of damage.
Well, this guy's got some good minimum damage armor going on.
So, like, the one crossbow bolt hits him in one shoulder, the stab hits him in the other shoulder, so he just has 2 little rivulets of blood, and he's like, ah!
What, we didn't just take out both arms?
Then I'll move to there and raise my buckler.
Oh, hi, Roark.
Ilana along the way. Shensen, I think it's going quite well.
Yes, I think so, too.
This will be an exciting story to tell, yes.
All right.
It's told with interpretive dance.
That is Roark. Shensen.
I'm going to delay.
Okay.
Partially because I just like the idea of changing my number to a letter.
Fair. So this Duergar comes down into the room. He is going to attack with a mace now. So he moves, draws a mace, and attacks Ilana.
That definitely does not hit.
That is not going to do it. You can hear additional Duergar making their way down the stairs.
Time to go.
Yep.
That one isn't quite there yet, but is on his way. But you can definitely hear more of them. Lorne.
I am the light source. So people are able to move around me, of course. So I'll
of course, yeah.
I'll have to delay my action. So I too will be that.
All right.
Wait for Lana to get by.
Well, it's definitely time for me to go. So, I already have a preloaded crossbow boat, so I'm going to take an opportunity.
All actions run. Just get out of here.
Yep, not worth it.
Run away!
Run!
Let's go, guys.
You could go by me. Go past me. You have more movement. Let's go. Just keep going down, Ilana. Let's move it on. Just follow Grollo.
So everyone has the ability to act before I get to act again. So, at that, if the party is telling me they are fleeing...
Yeah, we're running away.
Anybody not fleeing?
Down that tunnel.
We're advancing. We're advancing towards the next combat, not fleeing.
Well, you know, as you make your way out, and Lorne, you are at the rear. You see these Duergar milling into this chamber, looking at the hole in their wall, and it is only then that you can see a dark shadow emerges from the tunnel.
Yeah!
And the Duergar turn, holding up their crossbow, and you just hear an undercommon, "Bulg, kill!"
No.
And then there's a bunch of screaming as the group of you escape deeper down into the darkness.
Thank you, Bulg, dear.
And on that, we are going to take a brief break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. When we went to break, the group had just escaped, Droskar's Chosen, the fortress where they had been unfairly imprisoned by the Duergar. However, they are now fleeing into the caves deep beneath the fortress, and Prince Thorgrim, the dwarf, is leading the way. And as you make your way deeper into these darkened chambers, the prince is like, "No, I haven't been down here in years, so I have no idea what we'll find. The last time I got turned back because there was some sort of horrible monster and I didn't have a weapon."
I assume that means that this time there's going to be a stack of treasure.
He's like, why would you think that?
Because I'm an optimist.
Oh.
He's one of the weird ones, don't worry.
Just go with it, dear. He's right part of the time.
Yeah, it's if there's still a monster down here, then at least you have backup this time and not all alone. We'll try to follow you the best that you are able to remember, but once we get to a point in time, we'll have to make a new plan on what else we can do here. So try to remember where an escape route is, and we'll do our best to follow.
He's like, well, I'll do my best. This cave seems like a pretty straightforward seam, at least for a good ways, before it starts branching out into deeper passages. Where are you all trying to get, anyway?
Kobold Town! I've
like,
heard great things about Kobold Town.
Ugh, Kobold Town. Gross.
Uh-oh.
Well, before we get too much farther into potential danger, how is everybody feeling?
I took a couple hits from that big mace.
Yeah, that big guy had packed quite a wallop.
If I had to give you a scale of feeling, I feel like I'm a 22 out of a 22.
I'm more of a 16 out of a 22.
Oh dear, do you think we're far enough away that a mass heal won't...
I like doing that, especially with Jason's expression. Is that it's like, no, don't tell people your health in role-playing games. And they're kind of like, okay, I'll just tell them a scale.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at 22 out of a 22. That's an oddly specific scale.
Oh, really specific, but that's just what I'm
That's a
feeling,
very
man.
specific lawn, but you have some very odd habits, so I'm just going to go with it. Do you think
I
we're far
shoot
enough away that if
lightning out my hands.
And this, everyone, is
far
why
enough
I get
away-
villain points. So,
I'm going to do a 3-action heal. Just take care of everybody. I think we're far enough away that I won't heal the rest of the Duergar.
no, yeah, they're. You hear some screaming and some sort of commotion far off in the distance.
I think we're close. I think we're far.
Yelling Whalehelm screams, and some are going, my leg!
Oh dear. All right, so that's at least 4 for everybody.
That's a good start.
Well, you have your medicine kit back now, so you can attempt medicine.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Do we want to
Instead
worry
of-
about that?
Instead of using your daily spells, you can do that as
My
well.
wand, man.
Although I should note
Oh, okay.
that making those medicine checks, unless you have battle medic, they take a little bit to do.
Oh, really?
Maybe
Battle medics.
Yeah.
You
Maybe-
mean something we might have gotten along as a skill feat with level 2?
I mean, that's a possibility.
Yay!
Oh.
I honestly, that wasn't a setup, everyone. I honestly didn't know that she had taken it, so it's fine.
I am literally doing as difficult as possible.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, it's
All right, do I just roll like a regular medicine?
Yes, I trust you to medicine me.
I watch because this is always
Okay.
exciting.
It nature
Oh.
medicine, but I
get-
figured this might be a little more useful.
I get out
Are
the
you gonna
body
do-
bag.
Oh,
Oh.
815.
just what you needed.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
Very
so
efficient.
That's 2d8.
2d8. Marvelous. One moment. 2d8 and when roll 20 feels like it.
Yeah, you know, as soon as he decides to roll dice.
This is the suspense.
I just will assume 12, and also that you're using that old style method of like using ant heads to suture the wound shut.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Whoa,
that's
Oh, that's 2d20s.
So,
that is definitely not what I clicked. But if everyone
Fine.
wants a 26, we go with
I
it.
think it's fine. I mean, roll 20 seems to think it's okay.
Yeah, it's legal, right?
Much better.
There we
All right.
go.
I am back to normal.
Yay! Welcome back to normal.
Yeah, congrats.
Fully patched and ready to go.
All right.
Unplucked.
All right. So, Ilana,
Well,
you can use that ability once on each person. But once you've used battle medicine on them, you cannot use it on them for another day.
All right.
I think the rest of us are pretty good to go. I'm at to not use Peyton's cheaty method. I'm just gonna say I'm 20 seconds healed.
Great.
I think
So you use my method.
10,
the,
11 healed.
it's the Lorne pain scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much I hate life at the moment. It's a 22 out of a 22.
And it's not a
Alright.
dial. It's just a number painted on the wall because it's always 20.
Now put
Oh,
that
okay,
dragon
we'll be
away.
Wait,
No.
wait, is that dragon attacking the Droskar place?
Yeah,
or is
yeah,
it
it's
No,
killing
it's
them
coming
all.
for you.
okay?
Are we hallucinating from from the fungus I used to patch everybody's wounds.
Hey everyone, I found this cave mushroom. Eat it.
Oh, by the way, Jason, you look very nice today.
No thanks.
Yeah. No
Here,
problem.
Jason, here. Have some more villain points. There you go. Have 3. Oh, merciful Lord Game Master, ruler of all.
That's
Well, that means I get a lich. All right.
That's-
So,
Nope. And you're back to 1.
all right. So after spending just the briefest of moment to patch people up, as you're like, well, I could take more time to heal people. That way I don't use this ability. Thorgrim's like, we should go. You continue making your way deeper and deeper into this cave system. The passageway at times gets incredibly narrow, as if this isn't really something that, this cave wasn't designed or opened up for easy travel. So there are points where you have to kind of squeeze to get through it. However, after about half an hour or so, it does kind of open up a bit. And you can hear dripping water.
huh.
And as you make your way further and deeper down into this cave, you see that there is some large pools of water in this chamber. There is kind of a heavy stench of like rot and decay, and you suddenly realize that you think this, although it's probably not entirely it, this may be connected to like the cistern of the fortress up above.
Oh,
Dwarf sewer.
Now
That's It's like 80% beard hair.
Now, in addition, you also see that there are these large clumps of fungus growing here, and they are faintly glowing. They have some sort of luminescence to them in the darkness.
Are any
alright.
of them like a kind of a purplish color?
No, not really. They're kind of a pale green.
Ooh, that's a healthy
Do
color.
I perception to find anything living, or do I knowledge nature to tell us how badly we are going to die from these plants?
You can do a knowledge nature about the mushrooms if you like.
Oh, I can already answer that question for you. With your 12, it says yes.
With my 12, it tells me I've never seen these before. We're far too deep in the caves, and I am a very unhappy druid who much prefers forests.
Yeah, this is like fake green.
Yeah, looking at them, you honestly have no idea kind of what they are. You've never seen this variety before, so whether or not they're poisonous or not, you're honestly not sure.
Let's just go with don't touch.
It's unusual how often I hear that rule.
We call it the Shensen rule, dear.
Oh, I don't
Look
like
with your
that
eyes,
rule.
not with your hands.
Oh,
It goes with the law and pain scale.
I guess. Suppose. So,
Thorgrim, what kind of creature did you see in here? Down here again?
He was like, "This seems familiar. There were tentacles that came up out of the water."
how deep does this water look, and why am I standing so close to the edge?
You honestly can't tell how deep it is. It looks, it's pretty murky. So the bottom is kind of unclear to you, but it's at least 5, 6, 7 feet deep.
I'm gonna try to use a stealth check to sneak across these conveniently placed stepping stones.
Okay, you can try and stealth your way forward. That's fine.
All right.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I'm gonna use a hero point because that's the way the
Well.
monsters see.
You have 1 left.
Yay, hero point well used.
All right.
What is the
And-
number?
25 was the
Thank
number.
you.
You're
As
welcome.
you hop across on those stones, can you also give me an acrobatics check? They are very
Aye.
slick and gross.
Ew.
All right, that's fine.
Hey,
You quietly kind of hop across the way, and give me a perception check as you kind of move to that side of the chamber.
Aggressively average, 15.
Yeah, that is aggressively average.
I see no dangers whatsoever because certainly I'm sneaky. Yeah. I'm gonna wave the other people. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'll
don't see
follow.
anything. Yeah.
Boop, boop. Oh, acrobatic.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna let it stand because the fact that I have steady balance.
Ooh.
Well, that's only when I roll success, and I'm not flat-footed anyway. And I will also try to be.
So you go hopping across on the stones there, and you don't fall in, but you do, like, your foot slips and falls into the muck, into the gross kind of fetid, smelly water, and you make a bit of a splash as you get across to the other side. But you do make it. Yeah.
Shaking my bird foot.
Ew. You're
Thorgrim
barefoot
has
on that
moved up
stuff.
to the edge here and is gripping his axe and looking at around the chamber with kind of suspicion. He's just kind of cocking one eye and looking carefully around.
Mr.
He's got-
Thorgrim, is there something else in here you haven't told us about yet? How far did you get?
He's like, it's been years. I just remember the tentacles in the dark.
Well, that's not very promising. I am going to roll a perception check just to look around and see what we can see.
All right.
17. What do my halfling eyes see?
Not much.
No.
It is pretty dark in here, and without there being more light and more illumination, to be honest, entire parts of the room are just cloaked in darkness. Lauren, what are you up to?
Well, there's not a lot of room to move around, so I can't exactly jump over there. Nor do I want to touch any of the fungus, so any evil vines will kill us. So I guess I try to move up to shine a little bit more into the room, allow everyone to see a little bit
Yay.
better. Can I potentially stand? Let me do it, like here. Is that a possibility? Like on the edge.
You'd be balancing in a little narrow spot, but I mean, you could.
Like I can
I'm
just stand
smaller.
there.
Would I fit in that narrow spot?
I mean, you
No
can't.
better
whatever.
than he will. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we don't have to make a check or something. I assume you just go ahead and move there, and I'll just move up. We don't really have a turn order going right now.
Yeah. So I can kind of put you right there.
Yeah. As long as I don't have to make any like weird checks or whatever.
You don't, but if you are required to make any checks, you will be in a pretty precarious situation and might have to make checks to avoid falling into the muck.
No. Well, at that point, I can just use the full of my movement and go boop.
Shensen, Roark, do you think you can move just a pinch deeper and we can join you?
Yeah, I was going to suggest that we have a rope still, right?
All right. So Shensen
From
begins to
before.
move forward. You do.
Okay.
And as you're doing this,
No.
there is now that the lights kind of moved into this chamber, Roark, you can kind of see this. Shensen, you've been kind of obscured from view of this, but Roark, you can definitely see this. There's this kind of area up here where you were looking at the cave wall, and you're like, wow, that's really odd. It looks kind of like a giant, like, leathery green grayish boulder, and then all of a sudden it moves.
No.
Spiraling out from it are tendrils, and as it spins around, the middle of it splits open, and inside is a row of gigantic teeth and a large lolling tongue.
Yep.
I can check off another box of Jason's GM. Don't have bingo yet.
Jacobs, this one's just for you. All right.
Jason, does he say anything?
Not yet. All right. Now.
Yeah, I thought it was a roper too. I was like, oh, Jason, what are you doing to us?
I'm nothing if not predictable. All right. So this large creature begins slinking out of the shadows, and someone did manage to see it, so it doesn't have any sort of surprise. It kind of unwraps itself. So can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
I've been rolling low on initiative all day, and there's your one.
Yeah, you infected my initiative. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that my initiative is that low because I'm talking to hey Roark, if you bring your dainty little bird talons over here, I can clean that slime off with a prestidigitation spell. Wouldn't that be delightful?
And I'm going.
I'm looking through my list to see if I speak Tengu to understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah.
Oh no.
A deeply panicked squawk.
I do not. So I assume you're just like saying, yes, Jensen, that would be a lovely use of your skill and talent that is so valuable to my well-being.
All right. So acting first, the large beast suddenly comes stomping out of the corner right into the muck, creating kind of a wave of filth as it enters the pool. The pool is apparently not so deep that it can't stand in it, but it does kind of half obscure it as it wades in. And let me see, make sure I've got the speed. Here it is. 1, 2. Yes. It will stop right there. That is perfectly fine. So it moves to there and then lashes out at Roark with a tentacle.
Oh, that'll do it.
Ouch.
Oof.
20 hits, but
27 is
not a critical.
Not bad.
Not a critical hit. All right.
Pretty good. No, not a critical.
Take
Close.
Take 8 points of damage as it hits you. And with its final action, it is going to grab you with its tentacle.
Not again. Oh,
Now,
not again.
I would also say at this point, everybody, let's see. Once it starts moving, yeah, that'll be the point. So once it starts moving, this wave of stench washes off of it. So can I get everyone to roll me a fortitude save as it's
nice.
kind of gross, oily stench.
I'm going to usually hit a point. Here, I'm putting my fortitude because I rolled yet another one. And that's better. That's a 24.
19. Shensen had an 18.
18's, I'm sure, great.
All right. So let's see. Lauren, you re-rolled. So looking at all the saves there, Roark and Lauren, you are both fine. This stinks really badly, but you managed to kind of fight off the wave of nausea that hits you as this thing approaches you. However, Shensen and Ilana, both of you are sickened 1. I'll let you add those conditions to make sure you remember them, but you are sickened 1.
That is a fair cop.
Ugh.
All right.
This smells like that one review I read of our stuff.
Oh.
Oh no.
Trying to find a sick.
I know, I'm looking for one.
Oh, found one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
And now we wait for Roll20 to catch up.
No,
We believe in you. Let's go, servers. Let's go.
Oh no, don't bring me back to marching band.
There's one time at band camp.
Oh
no,
no.
we're not doing that. Ilana,
Next
it's your
turn.
I am going to delay because Roll20 said so. So pass it on to the next while I prep my spells, I guess, while I'm delaying.
All right. We will hop on to Roark while Ilana is delaying.
Okay, I'm going to attempt an acrobatics check to escape from being grappled.
Very good. All right.
Get off of me!
Oh, hey.
25.
That is. Let's see. That's against what? My fort DC, if I recall correctly. That's gonna make it. Yeah, no problem. That would make it against whatever the DC is. Okay. Yeah, you managed to pry its kind of greasy tendril off of you, and it slithers back and snarls.
And I'm gonna, ugh, gross.
Yuck.
I'm gonna take a little step forward so I can get close enough to stab it with a sword.
Yep, you can stand there. Go ahead.
A 27 to hit.
That's
For 4 damage.
going to hit for 4 damage.
Nice. Slice.
All right, your rapier slashes out and slices into the beast. It kind of, ow! It says, and that would be all 3 of your actions. Lorne, what do you have for me?
Well, random question about my, grasp, lightning grasp or shocking grasp. Water doesn't matter at all, right?
No.
Awesome. All right. Regardless, this is the only big spell I got, and chat was awesome enough to give me a hero point in case I messed this all up.
That's fair.
Use one action, reach spell out, and then bam, shocking grasp at it. And I'm going to take. I highly doubt a 17 is going to hit. I highly doubt. In any way, shape, or form.
So what are you gonna do about it?
It's like, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, just gonna try it again. That's a 19.
19, huh?
That is
Yeah.
technically better.
That is indeed better.
That is technically better. And it still misses.
No.
You reach out with your fist of electricity, and it just cascades off of its slimy elephantine hide and disperses harmlessly in the water.
Well,
That
we
is
know how
really
hard it
Lorne's
is.
turn. Shensen,
So
it is your turn.
is this actually water?
It's filth.
It's water.
It's,
All right.
it's watered down filth.
All right. So I've got the sick going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of suck it up for the moment and just not try to puke it up. Just because this is like stage fright. Just walk it off. Work through it. I'm going to start up a inspired courage with a lingering composition.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I'm going to make my performance check. This is going to have a -1 on it, though, because I'm sick. So it's only a 16. I don't know if that's good enough or not.
I do not think that is good enough against
All
this
right.
guy.
So then
Yeah.
the inspired competence just goes off as normal.
Yep.
So that's one action. One action, I'm getting out my whip, and then one action, I'm whipping this thing because it's got reach, and I don't have to get any closer to it, and I'm plenty close as it stands.
So you're going to whip it.
Yes, I whip out my whip to whip it, and
Whip it good.
my +1 -1. It's 18 on the
I
attack
knew
roll.
that was coming. I knew that was about to happen. All right. So your whip flashes out in the darkness, but it does not manage to connect.
All right, and then I regret not throwing up. I do a little bit in my mouth.
Alana,
Oh.
are you ready to go, or are you still delaying?
I am ready to go. So, as somebody who has never been sick before in their lives, break it down for me. What is this being sick like?
It's basically a penalty of 1 to all of your D20 rolls. You can get rid of it by spending an action to retch, and in doing so, you will make another saving throw as if it were the original saving throw, and if you are successful, you manage to get rid of the sickened condition.
Fascinating. All right. We are down in the caves. I am feeling sick. This is a plant tentacle beast monster. I think
Yes.
I'm going to knowledge nature to see what I can tell about this beast. I am very sick and I can't tell anything. It's just big and tentacled and dark. And
The
I
one-
do have this
You're pretty sure this thing is not a natural creature, though. It's some sort of aberrant cave monster.
That makes me far less guilty about, hey, look, I had this crossbow that's already loaded that I did not shoot earlier, so I'm going to shoot now.
So I'm going to waste it with my crossbow. All right, yeah, go ahead and shoot. Oh, that's not good.
That misses terribly.
No.
No, I can't see anything. It's dark. It's unnatural. I don't like this one bit. I have one action left, do I not?
Yep.
You do.
And I am going to retch. I'm just going to be sick. It is awful.
Oh.
Very good.
All right. What am I? Roll another fortitude save, was that?
Yeah, you just do a
Yes.
fortitude
All
save
right.
and try to beat the DC that was before. Which I was an
20,
extra. Yeah.
natural 20. So 26.
Natural 20 will hit.
Or-
Marvelous. So I am
She
no
hit it with
longer
retching?
sick.
Obviously, and it's a crit. Yeah.
Just projectile vomit at the monster.
Ugh. That is disgusting. All right, and I think that is all I have.
Just pass you over like a sprite. Like, here's the southern medicine.
Chew some gum.
Peyton, you're in the north now. We drink tea and coffee and we suck it up.
I tried to ask for sweet tea up here, and no one knew what the hell I was talking about. I felt so out of place.
You get coffee or you get nothing.
I would like tea and then add 5 times as much sugar as you think is normal. All right. Anyway, Ilana, you managed to retch up, the last of this morning's mushroom lunch.
Reginald.
And you do finally feel a bit better. Meanwhile, here at the end of the round, Thorgrim is going to go, and he is going to attempt to hop over the rocks.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna get wet and gross, but he'll cope. 1, 2, 3. Actually, he's gonna end up right there. He's kind of half in the muck. He does not care about this muck. And he's going to run up there, and he is going to swing his axe.
Huh.
Oh, that's terrible.
10's
That's terrible.
yeah, you can do. You got to show your NPC off more than that. You should villain point that roll just to make him more dynamic.
Nah, but he will swing
We've
again.
heard so much about him.
He's obviously very atrophied. He hasn't been out adventuring in years, so he swings, but he does not manage to connect. All right, Grollo is going to carefully move up to here, see what's happening, crawl through the cavern here, jump over to the other side, and go off over in this direction.
I forgot about him for a moment.
He's just scouting out the lower 40. He's fine.
Yeah. He screams, I was safer with the Duergar.
You're not wrong.
Grisfell is gonna go. He comes up to you, Lorne, and he's like, Hey,
What's up? What's going on? How
don't
you doing?
die down here. Don't die down here.
Doing a solid
Don't-
effort here.
Don't die down here.
I don't need your garbage right now.
I do
Grisfeld.
not. I do not want my skull to be living in this room.
Me either.
I don't want that.
Me either, man. We're kind of on the same
don't
thing here.
want that.
Yeah, we
don't want that.
same wavelength. We both
you not
minds
die
think
down
alike.
here?
Yeah.
No, please don't die down here. Don't
I'm
let that
trying my
thing kill
best.
you.
I'm just, shut up, Grisfell. I'm trying. Just sew it down the skull and start preparing spells.
Thanks, buddy. All right. So the beast goes, and it is going to start by attempting to bite Roark.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Ooh.
That's a lot of damage. Okay, ouchie. That's a successful bite. I take all that damage. I'm still
Yes.
standing. What else
And
you got?
And can you give me a fortitude save, please?
Oh no.
He got the sick in you.
After he bites you with his nasty, gross sewer mouth.
Okay, 14, sure.
Save
I'll-
versus sewer mouth.
I suppose.
Uh-oh. Always gets nervous when you hear the GMs ask you to roll a fortitude save, and then he's very
And then
quiet for a little
very
bit.
quiet when you roll very, very not so great.
Reading the rules, seeing
it's
how.
fine. No, it's fine.
Don't you lie to our faces.
I'll just put that on there. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a reminder
Are you
for me.
doomed?
All right.
What?
No, it's just a reminder for me. All right. So that was my first action. With my second action, I'm going to reach out a tentacle towards Shensen.
But I'm far away. Ow!
Yeah.
Damn it.
With your little whip. The tentacle comes out, and I believe that's going to hit. That is a 20.
That is indeed going to hit.
Take 10 points of damage as the tentacle slams into you, and then with its final action, it's going to grab you.
Yeah! Damn it. Just like that old warning I read on the back of that. Anyway.
What, cereal box? All right.
Yeah, I had to stop because it was anachronistic and it would disappoint everyone.
Yeah, that's fair. I know what you were
The back of that Harrow box.
Yeah, all right. Roark.
All right. Just severely wounded. I'm gonna continue onward and try to tumble through this guy. Like that.
Oh, gross.
I'm gonna slip through the gunk a bit.
Yeah, you're going to get some smear on you.
Yeah, you're definitely not coming out of this clean.
Oh no. That's a 19 on that acrobatics.
And that is against
does that
my...
work? I believe it's against your reflex DC.
Yeah, I think that's correct. That
Yes.
is going to make it.
All right,
Fairly.
great. So I have panache. He is flat-footed against my next attack, which is this one. I'm just going to use a regular attack, not the confident finisher yet.
Yeah. Oh!
That's with the +1, unfortunately. Oh, he's flat-footed though, so
But
that
I
is
am
probably
flat-footed.
critical.
That is a critical hit.
Yeah!
Woo!
So that
That's
is
what we need.
12 points of damage. 4 of that is precision damage.
Nice.
And then I will raise my buckler because he's not gonna.
Right.
I'm sure he's gonna want revenge for that.
All right, you raise your buckler up. He screams, "Ah, that hurt!" And
Oh, it
quickly,
talks.
You realize that it can talk.
What language
Yeah.
does it speak?
Actually, I think maybe only Lorne understood that. It's speaking Undercommon.
Yeah, I speak Undercommon.
Oh, you understand it as well then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lorne, you picked up Undercommon, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you hear it scream, "Ouch, that hurt!" in Undercommon. And that is that the end of your turn, Roark?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. Lorne. It's your turn. This fella's like, "All right, don't let me down here."
That's right. Okay, buddy. Okay. I'll do something amazing. No one's ever going to think that should have ever happened. I take one turn and go, and speak in Undercommon. Hey, if you don't, we'll just leave and not hurt you anymore if you stop trying to eat us.
You are attempting what, to get on his good side? Are you trying to do a diplomacy check here? I mean, you can't really
Diplomacy,
take
I
that in the
guess.
middle of a fight. But you are trying to
diplomacy
reason with-
attack.
Why don't you give me a diplomacy check? This isn't you making a diplomacy check. I just kind of want to see how well you're representing yourself here. Yeah, right.
No. Can I
Okay,
help?
show of hands, everyone. Raise your hand if you think I should do a hero point. You too, chat. You can raise your hands too with like a
You
slash. or something.
absolutely should, for certain.
Jason, can I help?
No.
What the heck?
Just raise of hands, everyone. Raise of hands. We have one for one for Jason. How about you, Mr. Keeley?
Democracy.
You, Mr. Keeley. Just raise of hand. Raise of hand. Raise of hands. Marissa, raise of hands. Raise of hands.
I'm beginning
go
to think chat is against me. I got Daigle in chat trying to buy away my villain points. I now have chat trying to get you to re-roll stuff.
We're gonna re-roll it.
Feeling like everyone's against me.
We're gonna re-roll it. It's
Why
gonna
would
get
it
worse.
Possibly be against
It's
you, Jason.
gonna be worse.
You can do it, Lon. We believe in you.
Don't fail me now. It's a 23. In chat, give me a point. Thank you.
You shout out to him, but he doesn't appear that like he's gonna stop, but he does scream out, "But I'm hungry!"
Well, stop
and
being hungry, and look, we can feed you later.
What else are you doing with the rest of your actions?
It's like, oh, here, I'll feed you with this. Is there like a corpse around me? Or anything else like that? Like a dead hand of...
There's like...
You've got a skull.
It's not their body dump down here. This is like their sewer dump.
I figured that thing would be eating down here or something and had like some dead body parts.
It might be, but you're not seeing anything. Yeah.
Okay, well, I was like, yeah. I find like a rock or something like, here, I think this is some meat. Here, go eat this. Telekinetic projectile, 26.
That's the best way to bolster your successful diplomacy check, is to throw something hard at somebody's head.
Is this food?
That is certainly going to hit. It slams right into him, and he screams, "Ah!"
Quit attacking, quit attacking, and the rock beatings will stop.
So as you were looking around for a body part, your eyes briefly scanned across Grisfel's skull, and he looked at you and kind of cocked his eyebrows. He's like, "Don't you even think about it."
I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it.
He's like, "Were you? Were you?"
No, not at once.
I don't want to. I'll haunt his stomach. I'll do it.
I did not go down into an evil tomb and get you out of there for nothing, Grisfell. Don't you sass me, boy.
We'll see. All right, that was Lorne Shensen.
So I'm still grappled, right?
Yes.
I am going to try to cast a spell, which means I have to make a DC 5 flat check.
Yes. Correct.
Then I will do that and succeed.
You are successful.
I'm going to speaking in Undercommon. I'm going to command drop it.
I see.
To get him to do as I say and drop me. So he's got to make a DC 18 will save.
All right. Let me go ahead and make that will save. Let's see.
Oh!
He appears to be uninterested in your command.
I need to give chat villain points to undo your rolls.
I'm gonna try to escape using acrobatics.
Very good. Go ahead.
So it's that -1, 16.
I'm afraid that is not enough.
No.
You struggle and writhe in the tendril, but you cannot break free.
I mean, the tendril's on you. I tend to use an action to hit the tendril and attack it, right?
No, you can't. You can't break it and separate it out like that. You're basically still just attacking the monster.
Okay.
Ilana, it is up to you.
What are you saying to it? I'm going to take my moment, and I'm going to... This thing is part plant, part beast, just like the vines. I'm going to hope fire is enough to...
I mean, it could be.
Fire.
Yeah, who knows?
And I'm going to use a hero point to try that again.
Yeah, because that's terrible. That's not much better. All right, so you throw flame out at this thing, and it goes flying past, and it's at this, once you kind of really brightly light it up, you realize that it has 3 tendrils, 2 of which end in these fleshy pads covered in hooks, whereas the central tendril has eyes on it. And like as the fire goes overhead, the tendril kind of looks at them and is like, "Ah!"
I don't like these guys. I just wanted to have a
Lord,
goofy
what is it
voice.
saying? What are you saying to it?
It's being a jerk. Keep firing.
Accurate. Ilana, you do still have one more action remaining.
Oh, I'm going to delay. There's not much else I can do without getting close to it.
No, you can't delay with one action, so you're either giving it up or you can move or reload your crossbow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to reload my crossbow, and we're going to call it good.
All right. End of the round. We've got the prince here. He is... Let's see. Yeah. He's not going to step into the deep water. That's not going to help him any. So he's going to stay where he's at, which
But-
unfortunately does
but-
not give him flank.
Oh no, yeah, but flank.
Yeah, he can't
Fair
get
enough.
flank from that spot. He would need to be here. So all right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case because if I
Yeah,
draw
that
a
is.
line,
Yeah, it would have to be there. But I'm saying he could just step there.
he's not stepping into the deep pool. He's just on the edge of like pool that he can stand in.
You're trying to trick him into drowning.
Swim check. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to drown dwarven prince. That's gonna suck. So he's gonna swing his axe at the monster. Is there inspired courage right now?
There is not. I've been distracted by being
yeah.
tentacled and sickened, and just it's not my day.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because he misses by 1. And
Should have been flanking.
Yeah. He's gonna swing again. That's gonna hit though. His second swing does manage to connect. He does 9 points of damage.
Yay! +0 from Bard.
His axe slams into it, and with his third action, he doesn't really have anything else to do, so he's gonna swing again. Nah, nothing there. All right. Meanwhile, popping out behind you in the tunnel is Grollo.
Help, Grollo! It's got me. Thanks, Grollo.
Grollo looks at you and is like, "You appear to be about to die. Goodbye."
I'll haunt you later, Grollo.
Grollo goes running off down the tunnel. And lastly, Grisfell is like, "No, I mean you guys are doing okay, but seriously, don't die."
Grisfell, do you have some actual wisdom to share with us?
He's like, "Yeah, don't go underground. That's the thing I've learned, and I don't think we should have done."
It's pretty
this.
solid advice. Not gonna lie, can't argue with that.
I mean, I died when I went underground, and now it seems like I'm gonna spend the rest of my eternity in a Duergar toilet.
Hey, at least it's different scenery, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Grollo.
Right.
Or you're not Grollo, Grisfell.
Yes.
Can you smell even though you're dead? Yeah, we know you can see. Can you still smell?
No.
Well,
No,
then
no.
you're lucky. You're very lucky.
Oh yeah. The dead guy, really lucky. Great. Okay. So top of the order. The audio goes.
I don't
Sorry,
like
the sewer
the
beast.
super monster.
God damn it. All right. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make an athletics check against Shensen's Fortitude DC.
I am going to, seeing that 17, which is unfortunately enough to get my Fortitude DC,
Yes.
but it is still going to give me a chance to say, dude, come on. You've got an entire 12-foot long tentacle. That's not how you grab your favorite rock star. You got to do it like this. I'm going to try to show him the better way to. I'm going to counter grapple his own tentacle. You got to grab on like this and just choke hold it like that, and just put your back into it. I know you don't really have a back, or do you have a back? It's really difficult to tell. But
He's like, I'm mostly back.
well, then you should do better. You should do better, and I do not do better.
You got 2 points.
Yeah, I'm not going to hero point an upstage when I need to. Actually, yeah,
You would
screw it.
need-
I'm going to do it. I'm going to re-roll that.
No.
Yeah, this is important. I need to upstage the Ayuk.
Oh no.
And I get his tentacle like all over in my hair. It's like,
You just have to appreciate good showmanship.
I'll start crying.
You do start crying because it lifts you off the ground and throws you into the deep water.
Yay, a bath in the toilet.
So you are thrown into the deep sewer water. This increases your sicking condition by 1.
Yay, best day ever. It's in my mouth.
Then with its second action, it's going to constrict you.
It's in my Duergar wounds.
Give give me a fortitude save.
All right. That's not bad. 20.
It is not bad, but it is still a failure.
Well, actually, it's a 19, 18. Excuse me, because I'm throwing up underwater.
So you take 8 points of damage as it constricts you with the tentacle,
All right.
and then with its final action, it's going to attempt to bite Roark.
So, was it one action to grapple and throw me then, Jason?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me double check that. Yeah, that's one action.
Yeah, because this is very bad for me.
Yeah.
Well, unless it's a minus. Is there any kind of minus on that?
There is a minus. There's no way that the other things didn't have an attack trait associated with them. I'm gonna double check
Generally,
that.
yeah. Generally, grapple does, yeah.
Yeah, it's not super specific here, but I'm gonna double check because this is so important. Normally I'd just roll it.
So much damage either way. I'm going down.
Yeah, but it's gonna make the difference between dying 1 and dying 2.
1 and dying 2. Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
You know the difference as we got through the book.
Neither one has the attack trait. That is a critical hit. Take 32 points of damage. And that is definitely going to knock you out and put you at dying 2.
Yucky, yuck.
All right. Roark is down. And I'm going to move you in initiative. Lorne, it is your turn.
Is it? Is it now? Give me a second. My character sheet decided to disappear on me. Well, there's not much I can really do, to be quite honest with you. All my 3-level spells have went kaput. And at that point, it comes to the point of, good luck, everybody! Telekinetic projectile. 21.
That hits.
And then I cast shield on myself.
This thing is looking really badly hurt. The group of you have been beating on it quite fiercely. And that is the end of Lauren's turn. Shensen, it is your turn.
Well, I guess the first thing I'm going to do is try to get free from its clamminess with a acrobatics check.
Great.
That's a 8. And if I do that more than once, it takes a multiple attack penalty.
It does.
I'm going to do it anyway. And so that's it's a 10. I'm just going to flop around and splash and
I mean, you keep rolling till you get a 20, which comes a success.
When I come up at one point, I'm splashing because he's not completely holding me under, right? He's just dropped me in the water.
Yeah, he's just got you in the water.
At one point, when my head comes up above the quote water unquote, I'm going to try to undo some of the sicken by just throwing up into the air like a geyser. And it's just going to rain right back down to my mouth and face and just.
You in fact open up your mouth to retch, and just more filthy sewer water goes in.
Yay! Best day ever. Gets better ever.
Ilana.
And, that's it. I'm gloriously finished.
Yeah. Ilana.
I am just within distance to stabilize Roark. So I'm going to take 2 actions and cast Stabilize on our dear Tengu.
Yeah, just within range. Wow. Yeah. All right.
Then I have 1 action left that I prepped my crossbow last time. So I am going to do my best, and I'm going to fire my crossbow at the beast.
Yay! Oh.
Do I have any hero points? I want to take this thing down. Do I have a hero point?
You do.
I do.
You do.
23.
Yeah.
2 damage.
And 2 damage is unfortunately not enough to take it down. However, you never know. That might be critical. All right.
Equals.
At that, Thorgrim is going to go. he is going to move right past this beast to this location here. Shensen, you had a weapon out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For all the good it's done me, I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, you still count as a flank.
I do.
Totally flanking.
I'm helping.
He is going to move there and swing. And that, let's see, with that and that is...
You still inspired and stuff?
No. He's not inspired and stuff.
Yeah, in the flanking, so it's -2, so that'd be like 79. So he would have
I
to
think
get he would have to get a 30 to crit.
I also think I've been pretty obvious in how uninspiring I've been this entire battle. So
no, I'm just checking his special abilities and seeing if there's anything here to help him. There is
like
not.
that's Smite Atyug ability.
There is not, but he does get sneak attack.
Yay! Like all good
Ooh.
princes do.
So he's going to do a total of 16 damage.
Ooh.
Very nice.
The thing looks very badly hurt now. However, he only has one action left, and it is at a penalty. So here we go. No, that's not enough.
No.
All right. And let's see. And where is... Okay. Yep. Grollo has run off into the darkness. Okay. He's super useful.
He's doing hero stuff. Two different stories.
All right. Roark, you are unconscious but stable, so we'll just skip right past your turn. And it is now the Atyug's turn. And it is now going to turn its attention to Prince Thorgrim. It's going to attempt to bite him. Oh, that's going to be a crit.
That'll do it, Chief.
That hurt Prince Thorgrim very badly. He is still up, but he is very badly hurt.
Nice. Weathered that 31. Good job, Thorgrim.
28 points of damage in one hit. So he is very badly hurt. It is going to, with a tentacle, it's going to constrict Shensen. So go ahead and make me a fortitude save, Shensen.
Doesn't have to spend an action to grab or whatever first? Or is it on him?
Nope. Yeah, it's got you.
Fortitude save. Yeah, 7.
That is... Oh, that's bad. That's a critical failure. This is a basic save.
Uh-huh. I'm going to consult my... Yeah, I'm okay.
You got a point.
I do. I'm going to need that point, I think, in a few more moments.
Yeah, because that's gonna crit you for 16.
That's okay. It only needed to do 2. So as it chokes me out, I'm like, you wasted your crit.
And with its final attack, it's going to attempt to grab Prince Thorgrim again, or it's going to attempt to grab Prince Thorgrim, but that is at a big penalty. I think that might actually hit. Yeah, that's going to hit. Thorgrim is looking very, very badly hurt. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, he's on the door.
Is he got the not again going on?
He looks really badly hurt. He's got like blood pouring out of his eyes, and as that tendril slaps him in the head.
Looking good, Thorgrim. Try harder.
And Shensen, you have now been knocked out.
Yep.
All right. All right. Lorne.
Ilana, here's
What do you
the
got for
party! Telekinetic projectile swoosh! I'm just throwing things at him. That's a critical!
That is a critical hit.
Can I hero point the damage?
Well, you rolled isn't that a 6?
No, that's a 1, the damage plus the
weird.
stuff.
It looks like a 6 on my screen. That's odd.
That is odd. Anyway.
Yeah, you can only hero point.
Okay, that's fine. I just 10 damage total. Then just I'm just like cracking stalagmites and throwing them at spears. I'm like, just die already.
So the horrible beast turns to face you just as you lift this rock up off the ground and fling it at it. It's like,
I want to be like a stalagmite. It's like sart. Yeah, just
goes straight down its gullet, blasts out the back of it, and just showers Prince Thorgrim in blood and gore.
Oh. Gross.
Horrible. Blurp. Glub.
And it sinks into the muck.
Ilana, heal them! Heal now!
The terrible sewer cave beast has been defeated. It sinks down into the muck and out of sight. At this point in time, we'll drop out of initiative order. I realize that Shensen is unconscious and in the water and in a really bad spot.
I'm rushing the Shensen. I'm like, come on, Shensen! Like, I don't care about the stench. I'm getting Shensen out of there onto the coast around this direction. Like over to here.
Yeah. All right. Ilana, do you have any healing?
I do have one left, so I'm going to go 3 actions. That thing is dead. I don't have to worry about it. Everybody gets a heal.
Yeah, you got to get close to us here, but yeah, you got.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, she goes in and yeah.
Well, everybody gets 1 back.
Do I have a hero point? No, I don't. I can't do that. I do have battle medicine, and now that we're out of initiative, I can at least do that. Where's Shensen?
So, you managed to drag Shensen up out of the muck, and you can get Roark, and this will bring Roark back to consciousness. Thorgrim comes up to you, and he is battered to hell and back. He is bleeding out of both ears, and one nostril is torn, and he's just like,
see?
Oh,
at least you got farther than you did last time. I'm just trying to. Oh no. Okay. I come. Do I even want to? Because I'm also trained in medicine. Can I attempt to assist Ilana?
So it's easier to actually do the medicine check than the assist.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And remember, if you got battle medicine, I believe that still sets off your cooldown on treat wounds for an hour.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I can't do anything else for Shensen now.
Yeah,
and I can't help Shensen myself, can I?
Battle medicine just lets you do the attempt in a very short period of time, but it is still fundamentally the attempt, so it hits the cooldown. Right.
So I can't do anything else to help her now.
Do you have your wand?
Ooh, did we consider that used earlier? I know we had a bit of.
Let's say you already did your heal spell now, and I don't. Yeah.
Well, if you only had one heal prepared, you've now cast 2 heals. I don't really care if it came from the wand or it came from you. It's functionally still the same. Once you're 3rd level, it'll be different if you heighten it.
Yeah. But no, earlier in the cave, I casted a heal spell with the wand, and now I just casted another one. So I don't have any more Healy-Hoos prepared, unfortunately. So those are my 2 heals.
Yeah.
And then I have some aggro spell, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any those potions left, fellas?
I'm going to hold up my finger and say I actually have 1 soothe spell left, or 1 spell left that I can cast soothe. But before I do that, I have something very important to say, and then I'll just turn over and just vomit into the water. and I'm going to keep doing that for, I don't know. It's going to become dry heaves eventually, but it's obviously very undignified and embarrassing and awful.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
I did it earlier, dear. It's fine. What happens in the caves stays in the caves. We will never speak of this again after we leave.
That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
Get rid of all of this in the story edit.
So I've got 1 hit point. Roark, you have 1 hit point, I assume, correct, right?
That's correct.
Thorgrim's at 3.
Thorgrim is triple.
He's fine.
Thorgrim is above a Shensen plus a Roark. So Roark, I'm going to give you a soothe spell.
In the land of the 1 hit points, the 3 hit point is king.
That is exactly right. Roark, you get back 8 healing. Plus you feel a little better about yourself for what that's worth. And then I'll just kind of sit down on the edge of the sewer and just kind of look forlornly into the muck while I kick my feet back and forth in it.
What happened to be in those bags that we stole earlier? Now that I'm thinking at it.
You're honestly not sure yet. You haven't had a chance to dig through them. But looking inside, you can tell that there are some like old vials in there, but it's going to take you time to identify them and figure out what they are.
Do we feel like we're far enough away from the Duergar so that we could just sort of like rest here or stay here for a little bit?
Well, so two things. First of all, you're not that far away from the Duergar. You're maybe half an hour. And the cave, if you left the Duergar and came down here, this is where you would end up. There hasn't been any branches or anything really yet.
Right.
So if the Duergar are pursuing you, they will get here eventually.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Well, let's keep moving, fellas. Just a little bit longer.
Else to go.
Thorgrim's like, beyond here, I don't know where this leads. Hopefully back up into the wider caves.
That's all we can hope for. Come.
Did we have hey, Grollo?
Grollo comes back and is like, oh, Grollo is very happy that you are not dead.
Thank you, Grollo. Do you know where Kobold Town is?
Grollo is like, no.
Then that's great.
He's like, but it smells less bad this way.
Grollo, do you know if any of these mushrooms that might be around this cave have any healing properties that won't kill us all?
He looks and goes, Grollo does not know much about fungus.
But you fought... Okay, let's
Grollo
keep going,
likes
fellas.
beetles.
Let's keep going. Grollo...
I used to farm beetles.
That's nice, Grollo. You're doing an excellent job. Let's keep going. Let's go a little bit further. Let's see what's next and see if we can find a safe place to hide.
Grollo spent years working in the beetle farms outside Kobold Town.
Grollo! Let's keep going.
Tell me again why we didn't sacrifice Grollo to this thing.
I decided to let him win a grub race. That's why. Let's go.
If that was an option, Grollo would have gladly given his life to save others. That is in Droskar's will.
I look at Grollo and I'm just narrow my eyes. I'm like, duly noted, Grollo. Duly noted.
I'm going to be casting prestidigitation on myself for like the next 3 hours, by the way.
That will eventually lead to you being exhausted.
I find this was an acceptable use of the spell.
Absolutely. Yep.
Roark, are you all right?
I'm not quite high enough level yet as a celebrity to ignore being exhausted. But I'm working on it.
I do believe it's time to go. We should find somewhere safe-ish to rest and maybe see if we can get some better health and healing.
Yes, please.
Did this thing have any goods back here in its little...
you want to go back here and check its lair?
I'm just going to poke its lair around.
You go digging around back there, and there's like a pile of muck-covered, like... At first you're like, is that garbage? And then you realize some of it is a little shiny, like where the muck has kind of worn off.
Shiny.
And it looks like this thing has gathered up anything of value, not value, anything that isn't just food. Although it's also possible that this is its refuse heap.
At this point, I don't care. I'm already filthy.
There is like a filthy sack nearby that you could like scoop it all into and deal with later.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm just gonna get this literal crap.
Put it into the future us problem pile. It's already big enough. One more thing to add to future us problems.
All right, so you gather up this pile of dung-covered loot and take it with you back out and make your way out of this chamber. The next several hours pass by in a bit of a blur, and I know everyone's low on hit points. And as the hours roll past, you can make some medicine checks and give folks back some hit points. I'm not too worried about that right now. But you do manage to leave this area of the caves behind, and it takes another like 2 to 3 hours before you finally reach a cave that has a marking in it that looks like the markings you saw in the Sverfnebelin caves. So if we go back to this map here, You have found your way back to this area here.
Yay.
You left the area of Drosskar's Chosen behind and traveled kind of in caves that aren't on this map. They're below. There's like a network of smaller caves all throughout this. So the caves that you see on here are like the major thoroughfares, not the only ways around. So you do manage to find a way to get back to the kind of area where the Duergar had taken over the Svirfneblin cave. And from there, you're able to kind of follow your original directions. Thorgrim is like, I just want to get out of here, but I'll follow your lead until we can find a place that's safe and we can rest.
Is there any
hear good
trace
things.
of like... Oh, go on.
Yeah, I was just saying, I hear good things about Kobold Town.
He's like, anywhere's better than prison.
Is
And
there any
to-
trace
go ahead.
still left on anybody here of like the awful stinky poop cave that we just almost all died in? Because I'm going to be casting prestidigitation on everything. And can I cast prestidigitation on memories of being filthy?
You're like hitting your own head, like, make
Yeah.
it stop.
Yeah, just digging my finger deep in my ear. I can't reach the stink.
So you march along this way for a while, and eventually the kind of the level of the caves being kind of worked changes, and you must have been marching now for 6 or 7 hours. You're all getting pretty exhausted, but you haven't really found a good place to rest. When suddenly the cave that you are in dumps you out on a gigantic staircase.
The Great Stair. This is what they've mentioned it. I think the Svirfneblin mentioned.
I'm still traumatized by the use of that whole cave. When you said dumps, I had a different vision in mind.
You know
So-
what? I'll take it.
The cave that you were at, and if you recall, the Svirfneblin told you to follow their map until you arrive at the Great Stair, and from there you can take the stair down deeper to find Kobold Town. However, when you approach this point, you are greeted with this sight. You can see the staircase, and there is a creature making its way down the stairs. It is above you and coming down.
Like above us on the stairs, or above us by clinging to the ceiling, like some sort
No,
of
it's
creepy
just
ghost.
it's up the stairs, and it's making your way down.
Perception or nature to see if we can identify it.
Hopefully, nature, not occultism.
Give me a nature check. Go ahead.
Gotcha. 18.
You have some suspicions, and they become kind of clarified as the creature draws close. And what you see is a being that looks like it's made entirely of rock and stone. It stands about 8 feet tall, 8.5 feet tall. It's vaguely humanoid in shape and appearance, but its head is like a flat slab. So its head is kind of this wide, flat slab, and it is making its way down the stairs towards you very slowly. It is perhaps only going down one stair every minute.
Can I do
On
a check
Earth.
pertaining that of the wizardly arts to determine if I know what this is?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Very well. Arcana, ho! That's a 20.
This thing may be a creature of elemental earth. Those things that, there are planes of existence where the elements kind of rule supreme, and on these planes there are a great many different type of creatures, some of which are virtually made of the same material as the planes itself. And this looks like it might be one of those. This is like an earth creature.
And I'm
This is-
aware. I'm aware it's going to be friendly or hostile.
That is really unclear. To be honest, you're not
boys.
entirely sure.
Let's get ready. I take my staff and
no.
like move it up and down like
Run,
I'm cocking
run,
it like a shotgun.
run,
Let's get ready.
Wait.
Oh, that's like
I
3 anachronism points.
I'm waiting.
I'm glad I already know Peyton personally, because if I would have just walked up to him on the street, I'm afraid he would just start stabbing me.
You're not
I am
wrong.
absolutely fascinated by this, but given the week that we've just had, did we come out of one of these doorways and can we quietly back into it?
Yes, you absolutely can. As a matter of fact, you came out of this doorway over here.
Let's go to the other one. And Scooby-Doo get away.
Yeah.
By the way, can everyone give me a perception check?
Oh, dear.
Is this creature like
one.
in the direction we want to travel?
No, it's above you on the stairs. You need to go down.
Oh, that solves
Yeah.
that problem. I got
Yeah.
a 13 in perception, but
I perceive with a 24.
No.
So, Lauren and Ilana both noticed this. The floor tile beneath you has the exact same pattern on it as the door to the vault.
Oh.
I
Damn
knew I should have started clicking around to see if any of these things gave me a point-and-click adventure notice.
That's not how this works.
I-
I'm not
I-
that clever.
Come on,
I can do drawings, but that's about it. All
I
right.
relay this information to the party. Going, hey, that very much looked like the same pattern of the door. And last experience we had with golems, I have no desire to be here anymore. So I say we keep going down. That thing doesn't seem like it's chasing us.
Yeah, we can probably outrun it.
Don't
I'll
want to be noticed by it at all. I almost like to hunker down and stay and wait and quietly let it pass by us, so then we don't meet up with it again later.
All right. Well, I mean, that's up to you. You guys can decide whether or not you want to hide up or
Is
just go down the stairs before it. It is moving very slowly.
I think we
Yeah,
should
it's
just
going in the direction that we want to go.
Yeah,
Correct.
but if we
it
hunker
goes
down,
past us,
it might catch up with
And-
us.
It's not going to catch up with us at a speed of like 1 step per minute, though. Look how slow it's going. It's like never seen stairs before in its life, and every one of them is like, this could be the last one. Oh, I'm fine. This could be the last. Nope, I'm fine.
Yeah,
So we should just
it's moving at a
tear off down the
glacial
stairs.
pace. Yeah, it's very slow.
Well, whatever we choose to do, we
Fine,
should find
we'll
somewhere safe.
hide. 3 out of the 1. Let's go to the doorway, you big cowards. And I basically just walk over. I say
that's-
with full hit
I think it was.
I think I decided the opposite. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
What are you
3
doing?
for going down the stairs and 1 for hiding.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad. I thought Ilana was going. My bad. Okay, I win. I go down the stairs.
All right. So you all come out and begin making your way down the stairs. This thing is slowly grumbling and grinding its way down. It started like maybe 40 feet behind you, right? It was only like 40 feet up the stairs. So, I mean, not that far. I have a question. Do any of you speak Terran?
No.
No.
All right. Good to know.
Great.
Right.
You do hear kind of a weird grumbling, grinding sound, like rocks falling down a hillside. But I mean that just apparently is the noise it makes. So from here, you're able to make your way down the stairs, and the staircase descends quite a ways. You are traveling for about another hour just on this staircase.
So tired.
And you as you get down, you must be coming to the end, you assume. But every time you assume that, it just keeps going. The distance of your light is kind of as far as you can see. However, the archways in here do emanate some moderate amount of glow, which does give you a general sense of the depth of this, but it just keeps going and going. And every once in a while you hit these kind of landings where this pattern is carved into the floor again, but you don't find any more branching paths. There are a few spots along the way where there are cracks in the wall that look like they lead off somewhere, but your directions were pretty clear that you should continue venturing down the Great Stair. And it is only after about another hour and a half of travel that the passageway finally opens up, revealing to you a almost impossible vista. You can't believe that this exists this far beneath the ground. There is a large space. It is a large cavernous space. And there, kind of the pathway, this stair, goes down and leads to a bridge, an arched bridge that crosses over a river that apparently leads off to a large dark lake off to the east. To the west, it looks like this river dumps into some boggy-filled lowlands. You can't see out much that way, but this entire cavern, you have a sense of it because the stalactites way up above, and I mean like, they've got to be like, several hundred feet in the air. These stalactites emit this faint glow of various colors, probably some sort of lichen or crystal striation that goes through the ground and allows light into this chamber. The passageway that you are on leads to this bridge that arches out over this lake, and there on the other side of it is this ramshackle town that looks like it's built out of the scavenged bits and pieces of generations of peoples, adding things stolen from the surface, bits quarried from nearby mines, things bartered from other peoples. What there is this ramshackle town that looks like it's built layer upon itself. And in the center of it, you can make out what looks to be some large sort of cathedral. There's like a large spire with some sort of symbol at its top that you can't quite make out from this distance. And at that, Grollo looks to all of you and says, Kobold Town. And that is where we are ending today's adventure. I want to thank you all for watching. This has been a blast as always. I want to remind everyone to tune in next week for our special PaizoCon session. It'll be starting at 4 p.m., not 2 p.m. So we'll be going from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific. And before I close things out here today, I want to toss it around to everybody here at the table so that they can tell you where you can find them on the internet. Starting with you, James.
Hey, this is James Jacobs. I'm the creative director for Pathfinder. I play Shensen, who will be casting spells to stay clean for the rest of her life, I guess. You can find me anywhere and everywhere, all over the Paizo message boards, and I will have a Ask Me Anything going during PaizoCon as well.
I have got to get better at healing. Hey guys, I am Maryssa. I am Paizo's web content manager. You can find me in the message boards and on all the social media at Maryssa Marie, MarySsamari.
And I feel a little feverish. I'm Jason Keeley, a Starfinder developer, and you can find me on Twitter at herzwesten, HERZWESTEN. Don't worry, I think I know what the deal is.
I'm sorry. You started. You had like music, like orchestra music in the background.
Oh yes, service to the TV. I'm already dead, and I'm ascended to heaven.
Sorry, it was way funnier than it should have been, but it hit a tone. I am Peyton Smith. I am the social media producer for Paizo, and I have been playing Lorne Barnes, shocking grass exploder extraordinaire. I'd like to thank every single one of you for being here so far. It's been absolutely fun. Thank you, everyone, for your hero points. Darn you for ones who gave villain points. And thank you, Jason, for another amazing session. We greatly appreciate it. And then a round of applause for making all these illustrations and drawings by himself. Excellent job, Jason. Big round of applause for him and everything. And thank you, everyone who has been here for being excellent players so far. So I don't know if anybody in chat wants to give them a big round of applause. Thank you, everyone, for being here and stuff like that. And once, as Jason's already said, we'll be here at PaizoCon next week on Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time zone.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. As everyone has said, this really has been a blast. The show has been an awful lot of fun to put together during these kind of crazy times. So thank you all for tuning in and watching. I'm Jason Bulmahn. I'm the GM of this. You can find me at all the various social medias at /Jason Bulmahn, BULMAHN. Thank you for watching, everybody. We will see you next week at 4 p.m. Pacific here on the PaizoCon special stream. Until then, everybody. Stay safe. See you next time.